Ida Paint and Supply, specializing in interior and exterior house paint with great customer service. Ortho LA, orthopedic sports medicine, joint and hand specialists. 8 doctors, 6 locations, including Franklin and Thibodaux. Don't let an injury sideline your season. See a specialist. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Patterson High School. Boogers Ave alongside Clarence Robinson. Chalmette comes to town. The first time meeting between Chalmette and Patterson. Coach Jason Tucker, 16 years on the job, has his Owls trying to come in and upset one of the hottest teams in the state, and that's the Patterson Lumberjacks.
One thing about it, is Coach Tucker said that, he's trying to get to 2-2 for this particular game, but it's going to be a very challenging for Chalmette Owls. But on the other side of it, you got a number 1 passer in the state of Louisiana and number 1 receiver in the state of Louisiana. You see if that's going to continue on tonight, Boo.
So it's going to be, can Patterson speed the game up, or can Owls slow the game down?
I think that's the part of Coach Tucker, like you stated. That big offensive line, trying to run the football, trying to slow that Patterson offense down. So it's going to be a battle in the trenches. Exactly how things going to go.
Yeah, you look across the field at Chalmette, they sure do pass the eye test.
Oh, I can't do one so well. 75 guys dressed out tonight, Boo. 3-hour drive. Coach Tucker stated that it's a long ride here.
Let's step aside for the opening prayer in the national anthem.
I'd like to ask everyone to please rise for the invocation to be given by Miss Amber West, a senior here at Patterson High School, and then to remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner to be sang by Miss Erica Benoit, the band director, and also Mr. Brandon Abair, the color guard instructor. Would you please remove your hats and bow your heads, please?
Our Heavenly Father, we come to you saying thank you, Lord, for allowing us to see this day. We ask you to please bless this game, and we also pray that no one gets hurt. Thank you, Lord, for letting everyone have a great time and return home safely. Amen.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What a great rendition of the national anthem. Clarence, looking at Patterson, they won the toss, and because they want this to be an offensive shootout, they've elected to take the ball.
Without a doubt, exactly what Patterson. Get those spreads out there. Get the ball to number 3, Lonnie Kitchen, and Davis and Lonnie Kitchen. That's that combination you're looking forward to tonight. But see if that offensive line can maintain some blocking for Davis.
You talked about the passing efficiency of the Lumberjacks, but they also can run it as well.
Oh, no doubt. And looking for Elijah Johnson to actually try to make some things happen. got to establish the run it as well as the pass. So see if Patterson could balance it out on both sides of with passing and also running the ball tonight as well.
As always, Aaron Artigo joins us for each and every broadcast. He's on the sideline. When we first got here, it was awful hot. Kind of cooled off a little bit.
Cool off a little bit with a slight little breeze right now. If we can just get a little breeze, it'll help a whole lot with the mosquitoes as well as the heat. But about a little after 6, it was about 94 degrees out here, so it has dropped some. I don't have a thermometer out on the field, but it's a little bit cooler than it was earlier, so big difference right now. Field is dry and in great shape.
Good crowd has turned out for this one, still filing in. Short kick near side. Goes out of bounds. That'll draw a flag on the opening play.
You already know exactly what Coach Tucker stated about the speed of Patterson, just trying to be a giveaway. But will be a flag on the play, 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks.
Patterson offense will spread around. They lean heavily on the passing Davis, accompanied because of good offensive line play. That's where it all starts.
That's where it all starts. See if they can give Davis a lot of, some extra time to get the ball out. Coming on initially with that spread set, one back in the backfield.
Davis experience, and like you said in the pregame, cannon for the home. And great skill guys on the outside. This is the Patterson of old right here today.
And we're talking about this Chalmette team, a 5A team coming in. Long ride here, Boots, 3 hours, and see if these guys could get some things going.
Davis calls for the football. Quick pass to the outside is Davis. Cameron Davis takes it near midfield. First play, good for a first down.
Davis to Davis, that's his brother. Pick up a first down already. Just a quick pass out here to the outside. There's the starting lineup. Davis, quarterback, running back Johnson, Kincher, Davis, Brooks, Taylor, Robertson, Leonard, Smith, and Phillips.
No huddle offense for Patterson. They'll like to quicken the game up. Davis himself finds a seam, crosses the 40, 35, carrying tacklers down to the 32-yard line, so he can throw it. Patterson can run it, and now he's doing it himself with his feet.
And one thing it is, Chalmette had the coverage on in the secondary, but Davis keeping it in his hands right there and making some things happen. That's the Chalmette defensive starters right there as well.
Elijah Johnson, your lone running back, he stands alongside Davis. Open and drive here from the Sugar Dome. Thrown deep side, has a receiver, underthrown, almost intercepted by Banks. And that had everything in it. Had a wide open receiver he missed and an easy interception that he missed.
Davis looked like he just took a little bit off for that particular pass, trying to intend it for Lonnie Kincher number 3, but number 1 for Jahari Banks. I see why he's a secondary guy.
Absolutely.
We always talk about that.
But a wide open receiver and a misfire there for the Lumberjacks. They'll face second down in 10. Play action pass again, nothing there. Here comes the pressure and down he goes. Big sack, number 90, Xander Wolf.
And that's what we talked about. That offensive line, Davis here trying to look for the receiver downfield. Wolf able to get through. Offensive line just broke through right there.
Puts the Jacks behind the sticks. Third down and 18. Open in possession. Back to pass again, takes another shot, an open receiver once again. Easy catch in the end zone. Touchdown for the Jacks.
I'll tell you what, Easy does it right there. Start at that offensive line, got Davis the time to get it. Davis able to drop back here. Just one-on-one coverage on the outside with Banks and Kinchen, and Kinchen was able to get that foot, that track speed right there. Quick 6 for the Patterson Lumberjacks.
Yeah, if it was just bad coverage, that's one thing. But if it was an outrun, that's going to be bad news for the Owls.
Yeah, that's bad news for the Owls. And Banks will be that person. That's the best defender that they have on the Chalmette Owls team. So quick 6 once again for the Patterson Lumberjacks.
Russell in for the PAT. Kick is up, and the kick is good. A good start for the Lumberjacks. A 5-play, 63-yard open and drive Davis to Kitchen straight, and the Jacks are up 7-0. There you see all the festivities of Friday night football, the cheerleaders, the band. A good crowd has turned out for an entertaining night of football.
You know, we're here at week 4, and, you know, everything's starting to come together, you know, for most teams. Last week, Patterson Lumberjacks just went off the chain scoring and also essentially pistol. But I had never seen that high score in the game. You know, lack of defense a little bit, but once again, Coach Kramer is trying to make sure these guys adjust to that in the secondary as well.
Yeah, go with your strength. In Patterson's case, is a seasoned quarterback with good arm and an understanding of the offense, and then playmakers all around.
And, you know, that just comes from basic timing, you know, through the 7-on-7 throughout the summer. And, you know, when you put that combination together, it happens just like that. So see what Chalmette is going to do. Basically, Chalmette runs a spread wing. See how they come out here and adjust to their first possession.
Yeah, they're going to need to move the sticks, start eating some clock up, getting first downs, playing a little methodical game. But if it's a 3-and-out and a punt back to the Jacks, they could be chasing.
Could be a long night for the Owls.
Less than 2 minutes with the football, and the Jacks are up 7-0. Russell will put a foot into it. Good deep kick. Lopez will take it at the 10-yard line. Right back up the middle of the field, across the 30, 35-yard line. Good return by Lopez, and that's where the Owls will set up shop.
Lopez able to get it up right up the middle of the field. See what the Owls going to see if they can adjust, and see what this Patterson defense could do as well. The Owls starting line up there.
Couvier's going to have to run the offense. They run a modified wing T, and, you know, a lot of defense is going to have to pay attention. A little misdirection. They try to catch you off guard, and once in a blue moon.
It's going to be key for those linebackers inside for Patterson to get the correct reads, just like you stated.
Couvier, big guy, first down and 10. Handoff right up the middle. One way to negate a speedy defense is to run right at him.
Right at him, and that's what they did. Harvey is able to come up and make the tackle from that linebacker spot, so that's going to be the key. But starting lineup for the Patterson defense: Davis, Johnson, Jones, and Tillman, Jennings, Harvey, Kendall Francis, Carlos Brooks, Courtney Williams, Roy Jones, and Dylan Richard in that secondary. CF number 7, Josiah Jennings, can make some havoc for Patterson defense tonight.
End around near side, gets a block on the corner, turns it back upfield. There is a flag on the play. They'll finally get him down in midfield. As Route takes the quickest route for the first down.
Flag on the play, and see exactly.
Appears to possibly be a face mask against Patterson, but no, they'll call a holding against the Owls.
Jennings was pretty much at that defensive end spot, and here's the play coming back here to the near side. Jennings right at the defensive end, and they call it right on the initial guy that was blocking Jennings at the defensive end spot.
Broke a Cardinal broadcaster rule. I took the advice of McCarty. Told me it was a face mask. So I went with it. Turned out to be a holding.
Oh.
I give him one shot.
We'll check it.
Second down for the Owls. Their first possession of the night. Little inside handoff. Ran right in the teeth of Jennings, and Jennings brings him down.
And one thing is going to be critical when you're running that wing T offense, the defensive ends has got to be critical in making sure that run go back and inside. Good job for the Patterson defense right there.
Yeah, there's going to be a difference when Patterson's 3rd and 18. They got a chance to make the first
yes,
down.
Sir.
Owls get behind the sticks.
It's kind of getting in a situation where you try to see about a pop screen to this tight end. You know, if Patterson will be over aggressive, got to watch that pop screen to the tight end.
3rd down and 10. Ethan Couvier brings them back to the line of scrimmage. Play action pass, throws it in the flat, makes the catch at the 40, gets the first down and more. Goes Lapperouse. And that's a good pickup for the Owls on the first down.
And that's what happens when you actually seeing it. You think they're running play. Couvier unable to just roll out, little bootleg, get the back out the backfield and pick up a first down for the Owls.
Yeah, got Lapperouse one-on-one on the outside, and he showed some good speed.
Tell you what, Coach JT probably liked that as well. 15-yard pickup on the play right there.
New set of downs. He'll go back down on the ground, right up the middle, running for yards, crosses the 40 to the 38-yard line. Angeletti.
Angeletti right up the middle of that Patterson, the gut of that Patterson defense. And one thing it is, Chalmette stated that they was going to slow the clock down, and it's working perfectively right now on his first drive for the Owls.
Yeah, that interior line of scrimmage for the Owls is winning some battles up front.
Yeah, and it's a big offensive line. Got some numbers on them, but they're really big.
That time slipped up in the backfield, lost his momentum, and Patterson able to wrap him up with some team defense.
Yeah, so what's critical about this, Boo, the guards are pulling, so that linebacker should be able to shoot the gap. Patterson able to follow the keys right there. 2nd and 8 for the Owls.
I would imagine looking at this offense, the Owls playbook is pretty short.
Yeah,
same plays over and over again.
And that's what sometimes defenses get lulled to sleep like this.
2nd down and 8. Santa Cruz split to the far side. They'll run 2 backs behind Covion. Handoff right up the middle. Forward progress gets him a couple, not much more. The defense up to the task. Another 3rd down coming up for Chalmette.
And once again, on the initial play previously, had the back scoot out to the backfield. 3rd down and 6. Patterson defense was playing within 5 yards, Boo, so they got to be kind of careful seeing if somebody will pop out for a quick pass up the seam.
Flip sides, put the strong side to the near side. End around, running room on the outside, cross the 30, 25, stays in bounds.
28 on the carry for the Owls.
Williams takes it for another first down and a pretty good looking drive for Chalmette.
Real good drive. Following his blockings, getting to the outside. Williams, number 28, here is taking the handoff from Covion. Get to the outside. Francois trying to come up and make the tackle. Always pick up the first down, 14-yard pickup on the play.
And with that, we're at 6:08. The head official gives the signal. They're going to take a hydration timeout. With that, we'll go downstairs, get us a drink of water, and be back with more high school football after this.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Ochsner St. Mary, Vida Paint and Supply, Ortho LA, Allen's Communications,
And welcome back to Lumberjack Stadium. Cougars after you alongside Clarence Robinson, Bill McCarty, our head statistician, and on the field is Aaron Artigo. We'll be going Aaron shortly. First down and 10 Owls. Their first possession. Patterson, of course, struck first. They got 7 on the board, and the Owls trying to answer. Angeletti again, right down the middle, and with that, let's go down to Aaron Artigo. Aaron, you're looking at a passing offense of Patterson, and the Owls are kind of keeping it on the ground between the tackles.
But the thing about it, Boo, is both offensive lines are doing their job so far here. Now, we're only halfway through the first quarter, but the Lumberjacks did a great job because their quarterback sat back there in their pocket and could find his receivers and throw the ball. Also opened it up for a couple of runs. But the offensive line for the Owls are doing the same thing, except they're doing it in the running game, and the running backs are finding creases to run through.
Second down. Right back to Angeletti again. He's close to the sticks. Looks like he may have another first down.
And the guard and tackle pulling on that particular play, Boo. And Angeletti just following his blocking, kicking out, 2 kickouts, and pick up a first down for the Iowas.
A pickup of 8, and that'll be first down and goal. And inside the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone.
This is critical here because that defensive line for Patterson just really been putting in some extra work here. Hope they hydrated.
Gouvion takes the snap, right back to Angeletti, trying to get outside. A lot of red jerseys there. He'll run out of sideline, knocked out of bounds. May have got back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up second down.
Tillman looked like he would make the tackle by Tillman, fighting to get free. Once again, this is the difference with Chalmette have seen to do with the Patterson defense. Keep that high-powered offense on the sideline. They're doing it methodically right now.
Go line straight up, go right up the middle, inside the 5. Getting closer and closer to that end zone. We'll spot him at the 3. Little power football there by the Owls.
Yeah, nothing fancy about it. Just following those guards, getting the big blocking right up front and pushing that Patterson defensive line back. Third and goal for the Owls.
Sino's in the lineup to give a little push. They're in.
Gouvion keeps and scores.
Owls answer the touchdown from the Jacks with one of their own.
Nothing fancy about that, Boo. Nothing fancy at all by the Owls. Coach JT said that he was going to actually keep the Patterson offense off the field. Very methodical drive right there.
Banks will put it on the tee. Ramirez will have the honors. As the Owls try to get 11 men on the field, they finally do. Good snap and hold. The kick is up. And the kick is good. With 3:53 to go here in the first quarter, each team has scored. That went 13 plays, 64 yards, and we're all tied up at 7.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Ochsner St. Mary, Vida Paint and Supply, Ortho LA, Allen's Communications,
And welcome back to the Sugar Dome. Boogers Abbey alongside Clarence Robinson, coming in not knowing what to expect, but trying to watch each team's first drive. Looks like we might have a better game than we assumed.
No doubt, and that's what we're looking forward to, kind of stabilize some things with both these teams and see if they make it some adjustments, both for Chalmette and also Patterson thus far.
They'll kick it away from the 2 threats back deep, and it'll go out of bounds once again. That'll set up Patterson with pretty good field position.
Short field to work with. Try to kick it deep, but I know he's still concerned about the speed of the Patterson return guys. So see what Patterson come out here on the first drive. They just methodically just passed the ball downfield. Davis hooked up with Kinchin for the first touchdown for the Patterson Lumberjacks. So
yeah, one big defensive play, the sack, got Patterson in a 3rd and 18, but really didn't matter.
No, not
Next
at all.
play, Patterson scores a touchdown.
See what Chalmette can do here with their matchups in the secondary as well.
Lumberjacks will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Davis and Kinchin are split to the near side of your field. They'll put Brooks on the opposite, along with Taylor. Jack's second possession of the night. First down and 10 from the 40.
Ooh.
First play on the ground. A lot of white jerseys there, nowhere to go. I don't know if Davis wanted to hand it off or.
That was the option. Chalmette looking like they coming in here right at the defensive end. Loss on the play. Second and 14 now for the Jacks. Most critical back here. Chalmette have 3 defensive backs in the backfield. See if they can make some things happen here for the Patterson Lumberjack offense.
Second down, play action pass. Davis, nothing there. Looking for a block, turns it outside. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Bring up third down.
So once again, that's a coverage sack, pretty much. Not a sack, but basically good coverage secondary.
Looks like we have a player slow to get up on the far side of the field.
Number 6.
Hopefully it's not
Davis.
the quarterback. I had a feeling when you saw the whole entire Patterson coaching staff heading that way.
Yes. Just covered us down the field, and Davis just took the ball himself, went to the far side, and looked like right at the end of the play, when the Chalmette defenders come up and kind of come on his head, maybe kind of little cobwebs in his head a little bit, and his shoulder itself.
Yeah, you know, every high school team, you got
Wow.
a good team, but there's 1 or 2 players, you lose them, it could change the trajectory of your ball club. That's one guy.
That's one guy that you need, just like we stated initially on the pregame. Davis coming in with 1,200 yards passing, number 1 pass in the state of Louisiana. He's able to get up, look like he's
Bad
doing
news,
his left shoulder.
Yeah, he's shaking up, which is the bad news. The good news is his opposite shoulder.
Right.
And we'll see if that's a injury that he can overcome.
One of the questions I asked one of the coaches before the game, was about, who's the backup for Davis, and he said about this next young man up. So, this is the way you have to step up and do some things. Look like it's number 12, tentatively. Cameron Davis.
Yeah, not sure who they're going to run out. Sideline conversation with. Not sure.
Third name for the Lumberjacks, number 42.
When you went from a predominant pass offense to possibly get more run opportunities. But they'll start it off a little set up for a pass. May have been a designed quarterback draw.
12.
Cameron Davis.
That's the brother of Colin Davis. See if Davis may come back.
At about the 47-yard line.
We on 4th down, and it looks like Patterson will run their punting team up just 4th and 3, but the ball is on their side of the field.
Well, one thing we talked about also is when adversity hit, you start to define who your team is and see exactly how Patterson will adjust with Chalmette getting his second possession.
Russell in to punt it away for the Jacks. And a timeout is called on the field. And the timeout's by the Owls. Aaron Order goes down on the sideline looking to see if he can get a good injury report on the senior signal call. But as always, what an outstanding start to the football season. Got Central Catholic, we've seen Berwick. Now we're taking a look at Patterson. I know Morgan City got a win this year.
Yeah, Morgan City got a win, and homecoming tonight, playing Ellerda at home. So, yeah, I mean, we got some good hot teams in the community now, and first time seeing Patterson, hearing it every week. We hearing the scores, and very prolific as it is. So,
yeah, good news is Davis comes back on the field, and all of a sudden they said, hey, let's not punt with a 4th and 3.
yeah, without a doubt, that's what you need to do. And now, that's why Coach from Chalmette called a timeout, trying to make his adjustments as far as his team and get his defense back on the field.
Davis is still shaking that left arm around. He's not comfortable. Sometimes you get tackled, a few guys on top of you, and collapse on that shoulder is not a good thing. Johnson stands alongside Davis. 4 Fourth down and 3. They'll have to get to midfield for a first. Davis asks for the football. He'll throw it to the sideline.
Davis is fast. Incomplete.
The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Comes up short. And the Owls defense holds the Jacks and will get good field position here in the second possession.
Here it is. Davis trying to come to the near side, trying to get it to Kinchin, but it was tipped right at the defensive line by Hubert. So turnover right there for the Owls. See exactly what their next possession will be. Second possession will be for this game thus far.
Jacks got to be ready in between from defensive end to defensive end.
Yeah.
You know that the highly likelihood that the play is going to come in between us.
It's between the tackles, buddy. There it is.
Angeletti cuts back inside, ball on the turf. Looked like a real delayed whistle. They'll keep the ball with the Owls.
Angeletti just trying to fight for extra yards. Ball was on the ground, but Chalmette was able to recover.
The Owls recovered.
It is. Angeletti just trying to follow his tackle coming through the hole.
Pick up of about 2 seconds.
Patterson defender was able to strip it out,
The Lumberjacks 45.
but wasn't able to recover. Angeletti recovered by Angeletti as well.
Second down and 8. Jacks need their defense to stand tall here. Early on, still 2:07 to go first quarter. We're glad you joined us. Near side, pressure, down he goes.
There's
Jennings has him and brings him down. A big loss. It'll force a third down and long.
Good job there by Jennings. Coming from that linebacker spot, able to just get to the outside and get under the defender and make a tackle on Angeletti for a big loss for the Owls. 6-yard loss.
Yeah, most times Williams able to outrun that defensive end. Not here.
Good job by Jennings, you know. Stand at that defensive end spot, you know, you could get tricked away, so.
Owls taking their time. Play clock inside 10 seconds already. Third down and 14.
And a timeout on the field by the Owls.
Chalmette coaches has to run down the sideline, get the referee's attention. They'll use another timeout. They're second in the first half. And as always, the most coveted T-shirt at St. Mary Parish is the core physical therapy and sports performance player of the game.
Tell you what, been having some outstanding guys getting the core physical therapy player of the game, and here in week 4, we're gonna see some action tonight. I know we just getting started, boo.
Yeah. Crubella, I know, had one in
week 1.
last one with Central Catholic. Last week,
Milton
was
Jada Milton, 5 touchdowns. Outstanding game.
Aaron Orta goes down on the sideline with a injury report on quarterback Davis. Aaron?
All right, guys, I talked with Davis. He's definitely going back in the ball game. He's ready to play football. But while he was on the ground, someone fell on him and jammed his left shoulder into the ground. That's what the injury was. But he said he's good to go. He's planning on playing the rest of the ball game.
That's good news for the Jacks, because as Davis goes, the Jacks go. Third down long, back to pass. They'll take a shot deep, single coverage on the outside, and just out of reach of an Owl receiver who had a step, and that was Smith. That'll bring up fourth down.
Kovion just able one-on-one coverage on the near far side out there, and that's what you get loads of sleep with this type of run offense. Owls tried to pump it out there, fourth down. Jackson really needs that turnover right here. Change of possession, excuse me.
47. Ramirez will punt.
Ramirez stands at his own 35-yard line. Kinchin steps deep for the Jacks.
Kinchin is deep for the Lumberjacks.
Whistles blew prior to the snap by the back judge.
Another play.
Yeah.
Calling an illegal substitution against the
Illegal
Jacks.
substitution, 12 on the field.
They had 12 on the field.
You know, that's critical. It's a critical part of the game with a close game like it is.
Yep. One guy comes off, now they down to 11.
For the Owls.
If he goes on, somebody else got to come off,
Yes,
so
sir.
he comes back off. That'll make it 4th down and 9. Owls don't change their mind. They'll still punt it away, play the field position game. Good snap, good punt, high. Spiral inside the 15-yard line, fielded by Kitchen. There's the defense, and down he goes. Doesn't get any better than that.
Don't get any better than that. Good coverage by the Owls, but mostly a good possession reception within the 10-yard line for Kinchin. So
Yeah, Ramirez got the height needed to get his defense down there and force a typical fair catch. In this case, Kinchin fielded in a crowd, and they immediately brought him down.
what Coach JT had also stated about that, he was concerned about his special teams, and Ramirez did a great job right there and getting it up, and no return for the Jacks. Like you said, Boo, just getting here and you're seeing things settle down. Both teams doing exactly what they had on the play script thus far.
Yeah, you look at Patterson's opening drive, just went through them like nothing. Scored a touchdown, had receivers wide open all over the field, and then Owls come back in their second possession.
You know, that comes with confidence also, but when you set a high potent offense like Patterson down.
Well, there's a flag on the play, personal foul.
Sideline warning against the Jacks.
Sideline warning against the Jacks.
Yeah, they marked off the penalty. Typically, you would do that, give the warning first, and then get them on the second one, unless they had one earlier.
Somebody must be ran into one of those referees on the sideline. So
Yep.
if you ran into the referee, you're going to get the flag.
So here come the Jacks at their own 5-yard line. 38 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Davis, slightly injured on the last drive, is back in the game at quarterback, stands in your shotgun. He'll keep it on the ground. Johnson off tackle.
Johnson on the carry.
Has running room, 5, maybe 6 on first down. That's a good play.
Good play, good honest play, making sure that you get your back off that end zone right there.
Pick up a 6 on the play. It'll be 7. It'll be second 3 for the Lumberjacks.
Second down and 3. Right back to Johnson again. This time still in the backfield. Couldn't get away.
Johnson on the carry, ran immediately.
And down he goes.
On the play. That'll be the final play.
That's it here in the first quarter from the Sugar Dome. We got ourselves a game. Chalmette 7, Patterson 7. We'll be back with more high school football here on KWBJ.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Ochsner St. Mary, Vita Paint and Supply, Ortho LA, Allen's Communications,
Back to Patterson, Louisiana. Boogers there alongside Clarence Robinson. On the field, as always, Aaron Artigo. If you joined us on our YouTube live channel, we're glad you joined us watching high school football at its best. One of the hottest teams in the state, Patterson. Prolific offense going against the Owls. They're 1-2 right now, but they're looking to try to even up their record at 2-2.
And, you know, building up their confidence as well. We've seen the first quarter, did an outstanding job, and I tell you what, that defense is getting better and better each quarter, look like thus far.
Aaron Artigo's down on the sideline. Size-wise, Aaron, both these clubs got some big fellas.
I don't have no doubt about that, Boo. Both teams have large offensive lines, and those offensive lines dominated the first drive for each team. The offensives, both offenses scored pretty fairly easily. But since then, the defense has now taken over for both teams, and both teams now are struggling to move the ball. So let's see what second quarter will bring us.
Well, key third down coming up for the Jacks here, deep in their own end of the field. They're facing 3rd down and 3. Johnson, your long back alongside Davis. Single safety against some of the speediest receivers in the state. Back to pass, quick hitch pass. Oh, one-handed grab by Kitchen. Up in the air, brings it down with one hand and a first down for the Jacks.
Good catch by Kitchen. You'll see it here. Davis able to get it out real quick. Just a quick slant route by Kitchen. That height of 6'1", really able to bring it in with one-hand catch right there. Good catch by Kitchen, pick up a big first down. 19-yard pickup.
Pivotal play here in the first half. Jacks needed desperately to move the chains.
Number 3 on the coverage, Earl Watson for the Owls.
Just Johnson in the backfield. Back to pass again is Davis. Boy, throws a strike at the 45-yard line. Brooks makes the catch, takes it all the way down to the 39. The Jacks are on the move.
Just an easy slant route. Davis able to see him right after the line of scrimmage. 10-yard slant route inside. Brooks able to catch up with the actual reception. Big first down once again for the Jacks.
Yeah, a lot of time in high school, you need a good 5-yard cushion because the quarterback just don't have the arm strength. Where Davis just needs a good crease. That's it.
Easy does it. You know, on that last play, the Chalmette safety was playing 15 yards deep, so you already got a 15-yard loss right there.
First down and 10. Back to pass again. Here comes the pressure. This time Davis goes down.
Oh, my.
Davis is sacked on the play.
Good rush by the Owls.
That time it was Peterson.
Peterson just coming right off that tackle spot, pretty much untouched. Big sack right there for the Owls.
Peterson's just 5'11", but he's also 233 pounds.
And just Aaron said, the game is going into the trenches right now.
Second down and long for the Jacks. Davis says no sweat, asks for the football. He'll throw it down to the sideline. Low and incomplete, looking for Brooks.
I don't think Brooks was ready for that. He thought he was probably going to the initial receiver, just going to trying to get to the sticks. Not able to come up the reception.
That would have been a nice catch right there and cut that distance in half.
And Chalmette is playing man-to-man, so here in this third down situation, see he could hook up one of those receivers. They all locked up all the way around.
Third down and long. Davis asks for the football. Here comes the pressure. He'll throw to the outside looking for Brooks again, and that time Brooks heard the defender coming as Banks was closing in.
Yeah. Banks right at the right place at the right time. Once again, Brooks, I thought it was probably be intercepted, but bring up a 4th down for the Patterson Lumberjacks.
A little bit too far. Coach Kramer decides, let's just punt this away.
Once again, give credit to that defensive line for the Chalmette Owls. Putting pressure on that offensive line for the Patterson Lumberjacks.
Well, you came into the game looking for an offensive shootout. Now you're kind of settling into a defensive first half.
And you know, that's credit to the credit with the Chalmette defense right now.
Owls call timeout. That's their 3rd timeout here in the first half, making sure they've got their punt team set, punt return team set.
Got a chess match going on here, Boot. I think that Patterson, that adversity now to see exactly how they can handle those things, make those adjustments. But Chalmette should feel pretty good right now in regards to this game thus far.
Yep. We previewed the teams on the west. Clarence, we're also on the east. We want to talk about the teams on the west. Hanson's stacked up a few wins this week. Yeah. Next week, Morgan City will get our once-a-year look at the Assumption Mustangs, who was heavily touted coming in. They're 1-1. Their one loss came to Edie White, which could be one of the tougher teams in the state.
No doubt. Edie White, state run-up last year, and still going methodically, making some things happen. So it should be a real good game for Morgan City. good confidence game last week for the Tigers, and see how they're going to make out tonight.
46-yard line.
Russell stands at his own 40-yard line. High snap over Russell's head. Foot race to the backside. He'll try to pick it up. Leaves it on the ground. It's kicked again. A lot of white jerseys there. And finally picked up near the end zone. One of the craziest recoveries we've seen in a long time. But no result's going to be a good result for the Lumberjacks.
No doubt. Just a high slap over Russell's head, and, you know, those special team situations is coming to play against the Patterson Lumberjacks right now. We'll see how they're going to make this adjustment.
Yeah, by not being able to handle it and kicking it forward might have helped them out, because if they'd have picked it up and ran, they'd have brought it back. Can't advance the fumble. But right here, they'll come out even better. Kick it all the way down to the 2-yard line and jump on it.
You just go ahead and try to get it, push it in for a quick score. But what you do is now you get a ball right back to Patterson and see they can come back and make some things happen. But right now, all things are positive for the Owls.
Long conversation on the far side of the field with the white hat. Not really sure what they're talking about. If Patterson got on it, so what? It's 4th down. If the
Either way it goes.
Chalmette got on it, you got the same result. The only thing they could be discussing is do they want to bring it back to where they kicked the ball.
Correct. And that's going to be the difference of where they are, but, you know, why they get that straight.
Yeah, that's the first kick right there, but it was an incidental. And at this point, it doesn't matter who gets on it. But if it got all the way, well, if it got all the way to the end zone and Patterson was on it, then it would be a touchback.
Correct.
I think after all that conversation, we won't even get a signal. They'll just play from the
Play
two.
from the two.
Go for the Lumberjacks. 2-yard line.
Yeah, I said touchback, but I meant that would have been a safety if the Jacks would have got on it in the end zone, which may have been a better change. But with that, with the gift, the Chalmette Owls are sitting in the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone, looking at 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Looking for their first lead of the night. Power I formation. Cuvio keep it himself. Sino gives them a push from behind, and touchdown Owls.
Touchdown.
Nothing fancy about that. Keep it in the right hand. Quick touchdown for the Owls. All due to that high snap on the punt.
Riding in the bus over here. Coach Tucker couldn't have drew it up any better.
Yeah, oh, man.
Sitting here midway through the 2nd quarter. He'll take his first lead. Ramirez in for the PAT. Good snap and hold. And the kick is up and good. A one play, 2-yard drive. Couldn't have got any easier than that for the Owls. And they take their first lead of the night over the Lumberjacks, 14-7.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Ochsner St. Mary, Vida Paint and Supply, Ortho LA, Allen's Communications,
And welcome back to the Sugar Dome, home of the Patterson Lumberjacks. Boot Reserve alongside Clarence Robinson. And when you want to talk about a non-conference schedule playing up against a higher classification in Patterson, they're going to have a true test here tonight.
Yeah, and this is the test that is already in the 2nd quarter, and we're seeing it. Sky Once again, the sky kick.
That
Slide
time
ball, and they got it
nobody
again,
feels it.
possibly.
If he got his foot in, the Owls are going to come away with a turnover. They'll give it to him?
It's going to be close.
Nope. Jacks got lucky. Nobody fielded the ball. Took one long bounce. Owls tried to get it, couldn't get a foot down. That could have been disaster.
And they've been doing it every possession.
Aaron ought to go down on the sideline with another injury update. Aaron, take it away.
All right, guys, number 54, Destin Smith, 318-pound offensive lineman, has taken his shoulder pads off. He's got what's an early diagnosis of a on the right knee, an MCL sprain, but he is done for the night. Senior offensive lineman.
Well, that's an integral part. A lot of times the fans watching all the guys with the football, they don't realize the game is won with the big fella.
That's critical, especially with this game tonight. You know, the Owls have a big defensive line. Caused some havoc thus far.
First down and 10. Let's see if the Jacks can answer. 4 receivers set. Another flag flies from the back. Judge in a delay of game.
Delay of game against the Lumberjacks.
Smith right there. Pretty much undressed right now. Once again, like you said, Boo, that was an intricate part of that offensive line right there.
Ever since Davis went down with a little bit of an injury, came back in, but continuity in there for this Jacks offense. They're trying to find a rhythm. Back to pass again. He'll take a shot deep, looking for Brooks. That time blanketed. One over the top, one underneath. Not a lot of room. Incomplete.
And once again, Chalmette getting that confidence after that first quarter. Looked like they get more confidence secondary. Davis not able to hook up with his receiver, Brooks. You know, and Patterson game plan is throwing the ball. Running game hadn't developed thus far.
Look at his defensive coverage. Got 3 guys covering 2 to the bottom of the screen, so you got man-to-man on the top side. Davis throws near side. Kitchen has daylight, catches it at the 40-yard line.
It's going to be probably 15 right there at the end of the play.
Right there, especially on the Lumberjack sideline. That was not a smart play.
There's a flag on the play.
Chalmette.
Yeah, Davis just coming looking for Kinchin here to the near side. Just a comeback route. One-on-one coverage out here to the outside by number 3, Watson again. And there's the last play. Cost that penalty right there, 15 yards.
Pick up 14 on the play.
Here we go to long conversation again by the head official. They'll call it a personal foul, and you look at the Owls, all the momentum in the world. An unnecessary play right there. The player's already out. Even if you think it was not warranted, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all. And just that momentum and trying to get things going. But once again, big first down here for the Patterson Lumberjacks to get that offense, getting that continuity back again.
The Owl defense had this offense stymied. Now he give him a little bit of breathing room. And Davis gets right back on track. 3 receivers far side. Kinchin, your lone receiver. Bottom of your screen. He's already got a touchdown tonight.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, that time he goes down. I don't think the defender was even blocked. Derek Bennett, the junior.
It is Bennett coming from that right defensive tackle. Pretty much coming in almost untouched. Second and 18
for the Lumberjacks. For the Owls.
Seemed like a common number right there. Jacks have had some long down and distances here in the first half. Converted one for a touchdown. But second down here for the Jacks. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Good snap, quick hitch pass to Kinchin. Kinchin sidesteps the first tackler, and down he goes for a short gain. Owls defense will take that, keep everything in front of me.
Tackling the Owl down as well, too.
Yeah, he's holding his left knee.
We have an injured Owl on the field.
Just got twisted up in the play right there. But excellent pursuit by the Owls coming here to the near side for the tackle on Kinchin.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Davis right now. Seems like this defensive line is in the backfield. You may start to see The loss of big number 54
It's starting to show up
caused
right
some
now.
problems. It'll be 3rd down and 17 for the Jacks. They down 7. But with a high-powered offense, you're never out of it.
Well, not, and especially with the Patterson Lumberjacks, just give you an opportunity to settle your guys down at that offensive line, and pick up your blocks and see if they can get some one-on-one situations out there on the outside with Brooks or either Kinchin.
AJ Automotive Family Dealerships here, Berwick. Always supporter of high school athletics. Core physical therapy and sports performance. I tell you, they're all over the place. Not just in Morgan City. I know they're in Lafourche Parish.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. Always supporting the young folks.
And does an excellent job of rehabilitation for the athletes as well.
Central Catholic Eagles come away with a big victory last night. Their first district game over Covenant Christian. Their next 2 games they should handle fairly easily, and then they'll
Tell you what, tough district, and also I think it had Generate to the district as well.
While they check on the injured Owl, we'll take a timeout and be back with more high school football. You're watching high school football here on KWBJ.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Ochsner St. Mary, Vita Paint and Supply, Ortho LA, Allen's Communications,
Injured player Kenny McCreary, the 6'1", 187-pound
3rd and
senior
18
for Chalmette,
Lumberjacks.
walking off the field. A little help from the
for the
trainer.
Owl 43-yard line.
And the Lumberjacks will have it 3rd down and long. They'll have to get around the 27-yard line to keep this drive alive. Hitching look to the left side, but early movement from
Have
the
a
Jacks.
flag on the play.
Thought they were going to get away with it, but not so
Not
much.
so fast there.
That'll back them up 5 yards, make it a
They
little
get
bit
the
more
season
difficult.
against the Lumberjacks. It'll be 5 yards. Will be 3rd and 23.
A little bit more. And what's going on, Boo? That free
For
safety
now,
is at
48
15 yards deep and planted. Just giving some extra help over the top by that man-to-man underneath. So
The only danger you got is if you can't make the tackle.
can't make the tackle, and that's the difference. So see if these guys can hook up here.
Single safety. Davis back to pass, 4-man rush. Davis will try to run it himself to the outside. Nothing there. They'll flush him out.
Davis run out of bounds by number 24.
Get down to the 43-yard line, a long way from first down yardage.
Lies to the bowl.
They're on Chalmette's side. Let's see what Coach Kramer wants to do here.
You know, you got a senior back there, confidence that you have.
Pickup of about 5 on the play. It'll be
Pretty positive about his offense. He's gonna probably go for it.
That's a long way to go to give
for
the
the
opponent up
Lumberjacks.
7
Yeah.
already.
Now
Good field
43
position.
Yes, sir.
yard line.
And working the clock as well.
Risky decision here. Taylor and Brooks far side, Kinchin and Davis to the near side. Back to pass, they'll throw it across the middle. It's got Kinchin inside the 25. He'll have the first down. Still having trouble getting him
Gotta get
down. He's carrying tacklers all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Davis pass
And there is a
complete to
flag
Kinchin,
on
and
the
a flag
play.
on the play.
But a big-time play by this
Yeah.
Lumberjack offense. Risky,
A lot of
that
cap-
paid off.
You said it.
Ricky Smith.
They're risky, but see exactly what the call
Number
is here.
22, Kevin
Holding.
Jefferson. Holding against the
Hold on.
Lumberjacks.
All for naught with the holding call.
You know, Davis had a lot of time here. Here it is, Davis here looking downfield. Lonnie Kinchin able to clear out underneath route on a hard slant. And once again, that safety is back there deep, 15, 20 yards, Boo.
It's one thing to keep him in front. It's another thing to corral him.
Exactly.
So they hitting these guys on a sprint It's hard to tackle.
And you're in man-to-man coverage. That's the difference it is. Probably could go right back to it again. But they're going to punt it.
Russell will be in the punt for the Lumberjacks.
That's a little much to ask.
That's too much to ask right there. Last time Patterson punted the ball, it went over the punter's head. So
that's why he probably just went for it.
Yes, sir.
4th down and long. This time a good
Yeah,
snap.
it's-
Russell mishandles it, has to
he's-
fall on it. So 2 special team blunders in a row sets up the Owls in good field position.
And that's what you expect when the last time it did. Your punter's kind of shell shock right there. Hit him right in his hands, boo. When the snap went to Jasper Russell. Just lost
After
focus
the
right
bobble
there.
snap,
Big turnover once again
Owls
for the
will
special
have it
teams. So
first
that's
and
2
10.
big turnovers on the special teams for the Patterson
For the
Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks,
Triggers some
32
different
yard line.
decisions as this
It's-
game moves
well-
forward. It's like a snowball effect.
Yes, sir. And once again, that's that adversity again. See if the Patterson defense can come up and make something happen here.
Ball on the 32-yard line, already up 7. Here comes Chalmette. Ethan Couillon, a 6'2 junior for the Owls at quarterback. They'll hand off to Angeletti on the outside.
Angeletti on the carry.
He runs into a wall. They'll give him 3.
Picks up
Got an Owl offensive lineman down looking
about
like it's
4
well
on the
now.
play to be 2nd and 6 for the Owls for the Lumberjack 28-yard line.
Ethan
27-yard
West
line.
shaking up for
See
the
what he can
Owls. He wants to stay in, but looking at how he's being able to put weight on that
Yeah,
leg,
just
he
tell
needs
him-
to take a
just
seat.
tell him go down.
Yep.
And also, Chalmette doesn't have any more timeouts here.
They have a timeout on the field. Heat and humidity.
They'll utilize that
Timeout.
along with the hydration timeout, pile them all together as both teams come down to the sideline. Already in week 3 of high school football, actually going into 4. Missed last week, got me
Yeah,
off
man,
my numbers. But I was looking forward to seeing Chalmette first time here to Patterson.
Yeah.
Impressive so far.
And you know when they scheduled this last year, you look for a team like this to try to get the power ratings. As a matter of fact, Patterson power rating numbers are not too good right now. I think like at number 28. So they need these numbers here to try to push them up a little bit more. Berwick is higher
Hey,
than
got
Patterson.
an update
currently.
for you on McCreary.
Have an update on the sideline on an injury by Aaron. Aaron, what you have?
Okay, McCreary, number 11, who came out a little bit ago with a left knee problem. And right now that knee is iced up. He still has his pads and his helmet on, but whether he comes back or not is very, very questionable at this point. But usually when there's ice on a joint somewhere during the game, doesn't always come back real quick from that.
Yeah, when you play competitive football like this game is right here, you always subject yourself to injuries to key players before district play.
Oh, no doubt. And McCurry is a defensive end, pretty nice-looking athlete on the defensive end spot. And, you know, somebody else just stepped up right now for them. So,
2nd down and 6. Owls in no hurry. They got the pace of the game going just like they wanted.
and that's what they wanted to do. And it's, I tell you what, been very beneficial for them thus far.
They'll go back to Angeletti once again. You know, they
Angeletti
wrap him
on
up
the
and bring him
carry.
down, but he's getting those valuable 4 yards a carry.
Extra yardage, extra push. You see about 3 other offensive linemen about 5 yard downs the field. You've seen exactly they're getting that extra push on the front end.
And Angeletti, he's not a big
He's
running
gained
back,
about
so he's
2
taking
for the
advantage of getting
Owls.
behind the big fella.
Just hold on.
For the Lumberjacks,
Just hold on, buddy.
4 and a half, 23 and a half
3rd down and
yard
2 for the Owls. You got to believe 4 down
He's gonna go up.
territory here, even if
Yes,
they don't
sir.
make it here on 3rd down. Early
Pass.
movement, that's what you don't want to have if you're an Owl.
Yeah. See if
You
it's
know,
going
you
to
go
get
from 3rd
Flag
and
on
2
the
to
play,
3rd and
offside
7.
It's on
against
the
the
Jacks, so
Lumberjacks.
call is on the Jacks.
Wow.
Could be a 1st down, number 37 for the Jacks.
Didn't see that jump.
That was Jones on that defensive end spot over there.
They give the Owls a 1st and 10 from the Lumberjack 18-yard
Once again,
line.
Patterson hadn't been in this type of situation the first 3 games of the season, so you know, it's going to be very interesting how they handle this.
First down and 10 Owls. Inside handoff. Whoa, big time hit there. Johnson has it, but he's cleaned up. Big number 53. Noah LeBlanc.
Johnson on the carry, brought down by number 53. For the Lumberjacks.
Tackle.
Able to get off the defender and being right into the, make a big hit on Williams right there. Like he was trying to hold on. It looked like he had a little holding on LeBlanc as well.
He'll pick up positive yards and get inside the core of physical therapy and sports performance red zone. And now looking at second down. Go back to Williams. Williams off tackle left side. Gets back to that third down and 2. And that's playing within the framework of your offense. Third down and 2. That's right where Chalmette wants to be.
That's exactly what they want to do. Chris Phillips able to come up with the tackle. Once again, you're keeping that Patterson offense, and they have gotten cold now, and Chalmette is charging up right now.
4 minutes on the clock. The Owls on the move. Third down and short.
Fumble.
Bouvier dropped the ball on the snap. Looks like he got back on it, and he'll get a positive mark from the official. He looks like he may have a first down.
It's very close to it.
Put him inside
First
the
down.
10. That'll be first down and goal.
For the Owls just inside the
Here it is.
Lumberjacks 10-yard line.
Bouvier just able to bob it in the ball. In the midst of all of that, he was able to get back the ball in his hands. 3:58 here in the second quarter.
Chalmette not in a hurry here. Eat up the whole half. Try to get a score right before the horn. Motion coming right back at it. Same play. There's Williams.
Williams on the carry.
Jackson brings him down at the 5-yard line.
LeBlanc on tackle right there.
Second down and goal.
Nothing fancy about Chalmette. You know, they're doing exactly what they have to do. Credit that offensive line thus far is just actually getting one-on-one blocking with the defensive line for Patterson. And the difference with this time is the numbers for Patterson. That defensive line been in the game pretty much the second half.
Absolutely. Clock inside 3 minutes now. Second down. Handoff. Right up the middle. Touchdown. Angeletti takes the carry and goes to 5 yards for the score.
Once
Once again, 3-minute drive plus. Chalmette did it just like they wanted to. Slow and go. Touchdown for the Owls. Angeletti just coming off tackle, following his blocking, getting power at the end of the run, and touchdown once again.
2 special team miscues have now turned into 13, about to be 14. Yeah, Ramirez could put it through the uprights. And this kick is right down the middle. Owls just had to go 8 plays, 32 yards. And with 2:57 to go here before half, they extend their lead 21-7.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Ochsner St. Mary, Vita Paint and Supply, Ortho LA, Allen's Communications,
Welcome back to the Sugar Dome. Boog Reserve alongside Clarence Robinson. 21-7 our score. The visiting Owls come to town here in the first half. Take advantage of a few uncharacteristic miscues from the Lumberjacks. A lot of football left.
A lot of football left, and I tell you what, the scout report for Chalmette is on point.
Short kick near side, picked up by the Jacks at the 37-yard line. And they'll have 2:54 on the clock to work with.
Swift kick. Lumberjacks will
Coach
have
Kramer
the
wouldn't
first
like
and 10.
anything less than some more points on the board before half.
And you have to be concerned because they hadn't
They're
been
on
in a situation like this
37
thus far, Boo. So you don't want Davis to get too excited trying to make a quick touchdown and eventually throw a big interception here, get near to the halftime mark.
Yeah, the Jacks have had some talented receivers running open in the secondary, but them plays are too far and few between.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Davis is a senior, and you want to be, pretty much you've been on the road, so you want to come back home trying to make some things happen. But just take your time. A lot of time left in this game.
Elijah Johnson, your lone back. He's a junior, stands 5'7", 150. And the play clock has run to 0.
I mean, each last of the possessions that Patterson has, there's been total just out of sync with what they typically used to. So
Yeah, I'm not sure what the conversation is. This is a pretty clean and simple.
he waving it off.
Waved off the flag. If I'm a Lumberjack, I say thank you.
Yeah, I mean, appreciate it.
So here we go. Fresh 25 seconds on the play clock. First down and 10 Jacks. They'll spread 4 receivers in play. Owls come with pressure. They'll take a shot deep. Running free on the outside is Kitchen. Makes the catch at the 35-yard line.
Number 3.
Looks like the ground caused the ball to come loose. The catch will stand, and the Jacks are on the move.
And you knew they was going to go to it. Just want to get one-on-one coverage here to the outside. Cajun just running a straight go route.
Third time tonight, Kitchen has been behind the secondary.
And coverage once again by Watson.
36-yard gain on the play.
They'll give him 36 yards on the reception. Davis back to the line of scrimmage. Another flag on the play. Yeah, the play clock was not called in. I'm not sure what the confusion is, but they'll replay the down.
No flag. First and 10 for the Lumberjacks.
Kitchen all along, bottom of your screen. 3 receivers to the far side. Jack's trying to get back in this one. Nice pitch and catch to the open.
Davis pass is complete.
To Davis. Davis makes the catch, rumbles for a first down. That'll move the chains. And just like that, the Jacks are in the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone, and they're knocking on the door.
And one thing it is, that 2-minute possession, that's what you actually like to see Patterson flowing with, and they're doing it. They're on all cylinders right now.
Davis surveys the defense. First down, they can get a first down near the goal line. Looks for Brooks. Brooks makes the catch
Complete to Brooks.
around the 5-yard line. Plenty of time on the clock, minute 50 and counting. It'll be second down and 5.
Good possession catch right there by Brooks. That's what you want to do when you get near to the goal line.
Yeah, you talked about it. This Owl secondary respects the speed of Patterson,
Yes,
so
sir.
they're giving him a lot of cushion.
Everything underneath.
Here we go, second down and 5. Davis, slant, Kitchen makes the catch, makes one move, dives for the end zone, touchdown. Kitchen has been the go-to man.
It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Once again, you got Cajun in the slot, just running a slant route to the inside, and that's credit again to that safety playing deep, right, almost pretty much in the end zone. Quick 6 for the for the Patterson Lumberjacks.
The touchdown will be a good attitude adjustment for the Lumberjacks going into halftime. They're going in there with a whole different vibe. Russell puts a foot into it. Good powerful leg right down the middle. 1:22 on the clock before half. Patterson inches closer. It's 21-14.
Tell you what, we had expected a game here. And once again, both offenses, Patterson offense doing what they have to do, and Chalmette's doing the same thing again. So here it is, the last play, Davis to Kinchin. Once again, just a slant route, Boo. Nothing fancy about it. The extra effort was with Kinchin right at the goal line, diving in for the touchdown. So job well done by the Patterson Lumberjacks.
You keep the play in front of you, but the hard part is trying to make the tackle.
And once again, that secondary is trying to get under everything underneath. But once again, when you get that speed going like that, it's hard to stop it.
Six catches, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Kinchin just here in the first half.
I think last week he had like 5 touchdowns. So 300-plus yards also receiving, Boo. So he's on track to do it exactly what he needs to do.
Between Davis and Kinchin, they're both eyeing that core physical therapy player of the game.
Balancing out.
Davis 10 of 15 for 189 yards here in the first half.
Good kick by Russell.
That kick drives him all the way inside the 5-yard line. They'll bring him down around the 20. That's good coverage by this kickoff team and a good kick by Russell. And the Owls have no timeouts left. Minute 16 on the clock.
And, you know, the last 2 possessions was on Patterson's goal sideline, but this is a job that Patterson defense needs to try to hold up on this time.
Yeah, I think the Owls offense comes out right here trying to figure out how I can run the rest of the 116 off the clock. And they'll be happy to head to halftime.
Yeah,
with a 7-point
I mean, they
lead.
want that lead, and that's just a confidence builder. Yeah, Chalmette does get the ball when he come out for the second half. So, you know, they want to have another stalemate. This defense still got a lot of time here. 1:16 left here in the second quarter.
Coach Jason Tucker, 16 years on the sideline for the Owls.
He's
Chalmette has never won a state championship.
Never.
But they've won a lot of ball games over the years.
Oh.
Nice move right there in the open field. Stays on his feet, slips a tackle. Crosses the
my
45,
goodness.
stays on his feet. Down the sideline he goes as Williams.
my.
It's a foot race and a touchdown.
28 for the Chalmette.
Wow. 80-yard touchdown by the Owls. Patterson defense on their heels.
Well, when you want to talk slippery,
Oh, my. Here it is. Williams just coming in that slot from that slot position. Direct handoff to him and just blocking by that big fullback. Kick out. And then after that, it's just Williams' speed. And he very shifty running back right there. 5'8". He did the job.
yeah, it seemed like everybody on the Jack side says, well, you're going to get him, you're going to get him. Next thing you know, there goes Williams.
And, you know, that goes to when they think it'll be methodical in trying to move the ball. And these guys are not letting up.
Well, what about changing momentum? Ramirez in for the PAT. And a flag flies on the backside.
One thing about Chalmette scoring that quick, Patterson offense can get the ball back.
Maybe try to answer
They try
the
to
bell.
answer the bell.
But, you know, that fool, well, I think they were. I believe that the Owls were coming out saying, hey, we're just going to pitch it to the side and run this clock out. And
Williams said, hey, look, you know, I'm getting through once I get past the line of scrimmage, and he's showing a foot race. Once again, he's a little shifty back.
extra point turns into a 25-yarder. High snap on the tee. Strong enough leg. Ramirez and the PAT is good, so just 15 seconds off the clock.
1 second to play.
And one play, Williams gets them 7 points back.
Tell you what, Coach JT is probably really concerned about his guys, and they're going up to that next momentum. And once again, Boo, this is the 4th game that these guys had on the road. They've never been home yet.
Aaron Orta goes down on the sideline, Aaron. We just talked about Patterson was going to go to the dressing room with a lot of momentum, and Chalmette just took it right back.
Well, I agree with you totally. I thought they were going to sit on that 7-point lead, and then they did run it, just a sweep play, but like I heard you say, it looked like they were about to get him, but they never did get him, and he just outran everybody, an outstanding 80-yard run. Well, I don't know about to say finish this quarter, but who knows with these two teams, anything could happen.
Yeah, minute 1 left on the clock. Plenty enough time for the Lumberjacks.
It's a lot of time for the
to
Jacks.
Get down the field.
A lot of time. See exactly how they're going to try to kick Ramirez to kick this.
Yeah, Ramirez got such a strong leg. I'm surprised they're doing the pooch kick.
Yeah, he got to get these guys big deep.
You got Patterson standing at his own 20-yard line. Ramirez could kick that with the opposite foot.
Hey, it's been beneficial because some of the upbacks for Patterson been having a time getting it.
Pooch kick it again, near side. Caught at the 30-yard line, now headed near side. That's Davis. Davis across the 35, trying to get to the outside, and finally run out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That's pretty good field position. Now the Jacks are against the clock, 51 seconds.
It's going to be interesting to see how Chalmette come out in the secondary to defend these Patterson Lumberjacks. So if they're going to put a nickel defense or something in to stop these guys. Because, he's looking for Kinchin himself.
Kinchin and Brooks, they've been the two go-to guys. But they got more capable than that. So now you got two safeties, so they go
up
from that single safety look. Now you got two safeties standing all the way back to the 40. But Patterson's damage has been in front of them with the run.
Right.
And there they go. They'll throw short. And they'll go incomplete. And that was probably a good incompletion. That'll stop the clock. It wasn't going anywhere. Save a timeout.
Yeah, save your timeout, get reset. And once again, Chalmette is making those adjustments. 3-man rushing, got all the linebackers underneath dropping for the extra coverage in the middle. Because that's been a problem right there, Boo. It's been a lot of plays 10 yards underneath, slant routes.
3 receivers far side. Kinchin along to the near side. 2nd down and 10. Not sure why the clock is running. Coming off of an incomplete pass.
Offside against the Owls.
Owls lined up offside.
Lost some valuable time on that particular play.
Just basic 3-man rush. They got defensive end just anticipating the snap count.
Second down and 5. Coaching staff will get the play to Davis. Davis looks across the defense. Tries to figure out how he can get a big chunk. Here comes the pressure. They'll flush Davis out. Looking for a block on the outside. Gets it from Kinchin and steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock as they'll get inside the 35-yard line.
Still a lot of time, 33.4 seconds. Davis, everybody's covered downfield. Davis did the right thing, pick up a big first down for the Jacks. Just him running here to the near side, Kinchin out front of him, getting a good block. That's what you want your receivers to be doing, blocking downfield. Good job by the Jacks.
Too many times in high school football, you don't see the receivers.
No.
That time, Kinchin locked up and did a good job. 1st down and 10, Jacks. Up against the clock. Quick hitter to the outside to Kinchin, makes the catch, gets a good block on the outside to Davis as he tries to split the defenders, gets inside the 20. That'll stop the clock to move the chains.
And still got 3 timeouts left.
Patterson. Timeout Patterson.
They'll call a timeout here.
Timeout on the field by the Lumberjacks.
Doesn't do them any good taking it to the locker room with them.
No, just wants to use them.
Again, a lot of teams, you start your possession with a minute, got to go the whole field. You say, man, they have problems. Patterson, not so much.
Here it is, good, just a one-on-one situation out here to the near side. Kinchin getting upfield, good positive yards right there, and pick up the first down once again. Good receivers, do exactly what they're supposed to do, get upfield. Typically, if he could have got outside, stopped the clock, but Patterson still, like you stated, had 3 timeouts, so 2 left now.
Yeah, Chalmette's playing so far back, respecting the speed, don't want to get burnt deep.
Wise call right there as well. Coach Kramer is an offensive guy. He likes to call those good plays. So, see how Chalmette can adjust here. When Chalmette scored that quick with 1 minute and 10 seconds left, it kind of like, we got to go back on defense now.
We're inside the core of physical therapy and sports performance red zone. A place both teams have frequented here in the first half. First down and 10, Jacks. Looking to get some points on the board here before half. Davis stands tall in the pocket, goes to the outside. He was looking for Davis. Two defenders there, kind of misfired and incomplete.
Good coverage over the top, but also Kingston was running got some post route in there.
Cameron Davis, just a junior. Brother Kalen,
Have an injured player on the field. Official timeout.
injured Owl in the end zone as they'll check him out.
Number
Give
24.
Lumberjacks an opportunity to talk about their next offensive play. Injured player on the field is number 24, Dubose. He's a junior. Again, looking at the leg.
It's a half and half.
Just covering on the outside out there. Dubose is one of those safeties that's gotten the game. Looks like he's checking his knee out.
The winning number is 028.
As always, Clarence High School football here in South Louisiana, and we're very lucky. Have a good set of clubs this year to watch. Teams come in.
Tell you what, very impressed thus far. You know, this game here is going exactly what we expected. You know, this way you start at week 4, you start to see exactly how your team is about to come together. So.
Hey, you know, you had some back and forth. What you didn't expect is the 2 special team blunders, which really turned the trajectory of the first half.
That's 14 points right now, the difference in this particular game. So we'll be pretty much tied up.
A lot of times and a lot of teams can't recover from that.
Yeah, exactly.
The Jacks have an opportunity to get within 1 score here before.
Second 10 for the Lumberjacks from the Owl 18-yard line.
Here we go. Jennings, your lone back. He stands along Davis. And the clock running once again. I'm not sure it should be running.
No.
Don't make that adjustment. That's the second time. The first time, they ate some time off the clock and they didn't put it back.
So
this time, they're going to make the adjustment.
Make the adjustments. All the players from Patterson looking at you got to adjust the clock.
Not quite noticeable when you're in the 4-minute range, but when there's just 21 seconds on the clock.
There it is. Makes a big difference right there. It's a lot of time for the Jacks.
Yeah. Gave them the 21 seconds. They didn't give them the tenths.
Yeah.
So here we go. Davis barking the signals. And the Jacks are trying to get some points here before halftime. Stands tall in the pocket, looking for a receiver. Back to Kinchin, high and incomplete. Would have been a tough catch. Had a lot of heat on the ball. It'll go incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Double coverage once again. Previous play, you had Davis was the intended receiver, and now it's Kinchin, incomplete.
Davis had plenty of time to survey the field. Good job by the offensive line. And they'll get another opportunity here.
It's a play that you probably could pull out the hat right here that you haven't done before.
Do you kick for 3?
Slant and go.
Talked about maybe taking 3 points, but in a game like this, it doesn't look like 3 points is going to help you.
It's not going to help you.
3rd down and 10. 4 receivers set once again. 3-man rush by the Owls. He'll take a shot deep in the corner. Overthrown. A flag flies. Could there have possibly been a hold on the Owls?
Kingston was able to get off the line of scrimmage real well. Davis immediately seen him, see exactly what the call is going to be here.
It's all about timing routes right now, and you can slow that receiver down, and all of a sudden it's overthrown.
Hold it.
That's what they'll call it.
Yeah, you can see it. Kingston just trying to get off the line of scrimmage, and one of the defenders just held him up a little bit.
You know, right here with just 10 seconds left, the smart play is just to tackle somebody before they make a catch. Just take the penalty. Use some of this clock.
That's the wisest thing to do.
We'll give him half the distance. That'll leave him at 3rd down and 1.
Quite sure Davis got the ball in his hands. If he's covered downfield, he's going to try to run it in.
He almost got enough time for 2 plays.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
3rd down and 1. Back to pass again. Davis flushed out near side. Throws it high and incomplete. Brother had position. Cameron Davis. All he had to do was hit him in the chest. Defender behind him Throws a little high and
And
incomplete.
throwing it high, just trying to get, so nobody won't break on the ball.
So now it's 4th down with 5 seconds left.
Once again, you're seeing the coverage. Chalmette's doing a much better job with their coverage here in the second quarter.
They are, but what you got is you got a secondary playing behind the receiver.
Yes.
So you run somebody to the back of the end zone, turn around and come back forward, you're going to be wide open.
See what this call is going to be here, Coach Kramer.
I wonder if the Owls are going to try to put some pressure on Davis, make him make a quick decision. If they're going to try to play the
Bringing Jennings in here for some extra blocking in the backfield.
So here we go, 4th down for the Jacks. Davis throws to the outside, looking for Jenkins.
Flag.
Tipped up and incomplete.
Incomplete.
Was standing on the line, but there is a flag on the play, so the half will not end with that play.
Not a
There's a
play like
flag
that.
on the play.
It'll be pass interference against the Owls.
Are they going to give him the reception, though?
Looked like he was standing on the line from here. We'll get another look at the replay. We'll get a good look here to see if he got 1 foot in. If he did, and they don't give it to him, that'd be a bad call. But from here, I thought he got on the line.
That's interference.
That'll give him just 1 tick on the clock, or 1 play left with 1.8 seconds.
Pass interference against the Owls.
Let's look at his footwork right here.
Can't you just getting off the line, and the defender's holding him. Able to come up with the catch, but his foot right on the line.
Yep.
So
I agree with that. I don't quite agree with the holding call.
No.
That should have been a pass interference, ball in the air.
yeah, it's not holding.
Nevertheless, barring another penalty, this should be the last play of the first half. It's 1st and goal, but there's not a lot of time on the clock. Both Davises are in the backfield. 2 receivers set. Pop pass to the backside. Well defended.
Davis' pass is broken up.
It'll be incomplete.
It'll be incomplete. That'll be the final play of the first.
So with that, the Jacks march it all the way down the field, come up empty-handed. They'll go to the dressing room down 28-14. You're watching high school football here on the A.J. Doman Automotive Family Game of the Week.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive. Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Taco Bell, now with delivery through DoorDash. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants. Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry for 75 years. Offering competitive wages, benefits, and a safe work environment, Conrad is now hiring. Join the best, Conrad Shipyard. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Shabios, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary Parish and the surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Ochsner St. Mary, get the care you need close to home. Vita Paint and Supply, specializing in interior and exterior house paint with great customer service. Ortho LA, orthopedic sports medicine, joint and hand specialists. 8 doctors, 6 locations, including Franklin and Thibodaux. Don't let an injury sideline your season. See a specialist. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
drum major. Is your band ready to take the field?
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive. Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Taco Bell, now with delivery through DoorDash. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants. Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry for 75 years. Offering competitive wages, benefits, and a safe work environment, Conrad is now hiring. Join the best, Conrad Shipyard. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Shabios, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary Parish and the surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
And welcome back to the second half of high school football here on KWBJ. I'm Booker's Avenue alongside Clarence Robinson. A surprising first half. Chalmette comes to town and they're on top 28-14.
I tell you what, Coach JT did exactly what he did in the first half. See, Patterson made those adjustments at halftime.
We take a look at the halftime stats to see if there's any disparity.
There it is.
Minus 28 rushing, mostly on the half for the Jacks at 205. Chalmette just threw 2 passes the whole first half.
And you know, this is their bread and butter, 163 yards rushing. This is the difference, those turnovers with Patterson. And also, big penalties, 8 for 59 yards for Chalmette. Patterson, 6 for 35 yards.
Davis, the signal caller for Patterson, 11 of 21, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. His go-to guy was Kinchin on the outside. Where's number 3? 7 receptions, 136 yards, and 2 scores.
Still adding to those stats that they're leading in the state of Louisiana right now as well.
So not only was the Owls able to defend that, Patterson getting points right before half, they start here off at the second half with the football. Return back to the 35-yard line. That's where the Owls will set up shop. On top by 14, but a lot of times you come to Patterson, you're up 14, but you're still not comfortable.
You're not comfortable whatsoever. And one thing it is with this Chalmette offense, you know, they've been very methodical in just running the football. See, a Patterson defense can get a 3-and-out, which they hadn't done tonight.
Even Couvillon, 6'2", 221-pound signal caller for the Owls, doing a good job controlling the offense. Predominantly on the ground, but they found some running room here tonight against this Patterson defense.
Yes, sir.
Hand off right back up the middle, same thing, 5 yards up the gut. Goes Angeletti.
16.
Angeletti just being very patient and just following his blocking. And once again, that offensive line getting the push. You see the Patterson defenders getting pushed back at least 5 yards.
He's second 3
when you
for
used
the
to play
Owls.
wide open football, there's
And
nothing
they're on
more
41-yard
frustrating
line.
than a team that comes in and they're happy with a 40.
Oh, yeah. But it was frustrating on the Patterson side because that defense not used to being on the field that many times or that long of time as well.
Second down for the Owls. Play clock inside 5 seconds. Same play right up the middle. Nearest first down yardage. Looks like he'll have it. And that'll move the chains for the Owls. So a good start here to the second half for Chalmette.
Here it is. Just taking a direct handoff, Angeletti. Following his blocking once again to get the first down for the Owls. Nothing fancy about it. See a Patterson defender already cramping up.
First down.
Yeah, you look at the sheer numbers that Chalmette has on the sideline.
Yeah.
Is it going to slow the wear down this Lumberjack defense?
Yeah, because those guys on the offensive line is not going both ways. Patterson Patterson guys are going both ways, especially on the initial line of scrimmage.
Jacks had to do some jersey swapping already to help replace big number 54.
Yeah, that was Smith they lost in the first quarter.
Official looking towards the clock, not sure what it's all about. They'll reset the play clock to 25 seconds, and Chalmette will get to run it down as the game clock continues to run.
And just playing right into the Owls' hand right now. Somebody on that defensive Patterson need to have some sense of urgency.
Yeah, no big mistake in the first half for the Owls. First down and 10, early movement. That'll be a break for the Jacks as they'll back the Owls up 5, a spot that they're not comfortable with, long down and distance.
Exactly. You know, they can't throw the ball too well, but, you know, see exactly what can happen here. Look for a type of jet sweep, and I guess the positive play here for the Owls with big plays thus far.
You just look at the body language of the Jacks. They're just waiting for something to happen to get excited about. Instead of getting excited now, they're trying to wait. They're waiting. You can see it kind of flat on the sideline, not much going on. You know, they need a big turnover, a big hit, something to get them sparked. First down and 15. Handoff right off tackle. That time Patterson's there to corral him. That's Lopez.
Lopez on the carry.
Carry. Flop on the outside trying to draw a flag. That'll go nowhere.
Lopez taking the direct handoff, 2nd and 13. 2-yard pickup only on the play.
Lopez 2 on the carry.
That'll give him 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13 for the Owls from their own 42-yard line.
With a 14-point lead. The Owls are not going to get any points. They want to move the chains a couple times, start working on the clock.
Yeah. Once again, you don't see any Patterson defenders trying to strip the ball out, just making initial tackle. And
late substitution on the outside. Another inside handoff to Williams. This time he's wrapped up, brought down. Williams is not a big running back. If you can get your hands on him, you can bring him down.
But you actually can't see him behind the line of scrimmage. Once he gets to the line of scrimmage, you see him shoot out.
Third and about 10.
You take the counter play right here, following this blocking. Good job by the Jacks making a good tackle. Jennings, number 7.
Got him listed at 144 pounds, and I guarantee that's fully geared up. Third down and 10, big play for the Jacks defense.
You see Williams in that second quarter. Thought the Jacks had got back on their heels. Williams had that big touchdown run.
Santa Cruz near side and another early timeout and a half by the Owls. So with 8:14 to go here in the third quarter, open and drive. The Owls trying to put something together. They face a 3rd down and 10. As always, the most coveted award given is the Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance Player of the Game. We already got some folks down here working their way towards it. Davis, the quarterback. Kitchen, the wide receiver.
That combination has been working very well in the first half. See if they can make some things happen in the second half.
Yeah, that's where the whole offensive output has been. And defensively, we're waiting for somebody to stand up. They've been sporadic with some defensive plays, but no big-time change the course of the gameplay.
No sudden change, no turnovers, anything. They're just making basic tackles. And that's what you want to see from your defense when you have a team like this. They're actually holding on. The actual running backs are doing a good job of the Owls holding on to the football.
On the other side of the field, you got to look at Williams with the big run.
Yeah.
Slippery. Doing a lot of dirty work in between the tackles. Had an opportunity on the outside and made it pay.
And you got to watch this play right here. Patterson has somebody deep in the secondary, which is a wise decision.
3rd down and 10. Play action pass. Cuvier back to pass. Looking for a receiver. Has him. Big tight end. Big hard hit. Jaws the ball loose. And they'll call it an incomplete pass. And give credit to the big tight end. He took a big hit.
You see the safety secondary about 12 yards deep. trying to roll to the far side over there and looking for his tight end up the seam, and big hit right there by the Patterson defender. Can't see exactly who it is. Like number 8 or 9 for Patterson.
It looks like
Francois. Kendall Francois.
You're talking about the velocity of the football.
Yeah, that's the point.
When you throw that softball high like that, it gives the defense a lot of times to go after it, hit you below the arms and above the waist, and that's usually the rib.
And that's the first play you've seen like that from the Patterson defense. Like you said, they've been lethargical and not just making basic tackles. Big hit by Francois. See if that you see some guys from Patterson getting excited right now, but hopefully the guy from Chalmette is getting up right now. So that's a big hit that he took right on the sideline. So
yeah, like 37.
Eric Anderson.
How about a hand for number
Just a
37,
sophomore,
Eric
but he's a big kid.
Big kid.
At first he tried to get up and walk it off, but I'm gonna need to take a breather. That was a big time hit by Francois.
Go Brooks
to receive
and Davis. What Davis going back deep?
12, Davis.
See if the Jacks can take advantage of a good defensive stop. They'll crowd the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they come after the punch. Davis stands back at his own 20-yard line.
Showing that they're trying to come for it.
Good snap, end over end punt. We'll take a good Chalmette roll inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line and more. All the way down to the 13-yard line, and a good change of field position for the Owls.
And I tell you what,
for the 42-yard punt, no return.
That was critical play right there. You know, the initial drive of the third quarter usually make a difference, and Patterson defense was able to hold up on that particular series right there.
You want to talk about key players, Ramirez, kicking the football, punting the football. He's been a difference maker for a ball control type ball club.
It's so true about that, Boo, and that's the special teams that they talked about, taking advantage of. Patterson was either able to capitalize on 2 punts, get 14 points.
Aaron Auto goes down on the sideline. Aaron, it looks like the energy level on the Patterson sideline needs to pick up if they're going to have a chance here in the second half.
That's true, but the defense has done a pretty good job. They only gave up one first down, although the Owls were able to run more than 4 minutes off the clock. So they just got to keep playing football. They got a good enough football team to win this game. They just got to keep playing football.
Davis to Davis.
Davis's pass is complete to Davis.
Salty combination. He'll have it down to the 19-yard line.
Brought down by number 13.
Like Chalmette, that made the difference. They made the decision, Boo. 2 high safeties, let everything go underneath so they don't beat them deep. So that underneath route will be cleared. 1-on-1 out here with Kinchin, with Banks from Chalmette.
Yeah, he's got behind Banks a couple times already in the first half. Put it on the ground to Johnson. Johnson doing a lot of dancing in the backfield. That's not going to get it as the pursuit comes in and takes him down.
Chalmette doing exactly what they're doing. The guys, the linebackers staying at home and read first.
It'll be 3rd and 3.
Johnson not able to pick up only 1 yard on that particular play.
Yeah, you get the Owls defense concerned about the pass.
Yeah,
think you can sneak one in on them. Just hadn't happened. Big guys up front has made a difference at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and short. Thrown to the outside as Taylor makes the catch. That'll be a first down. Sure-handed slot receiver does his job.
Yeah, he's able to sneak out to the outside right there. Just a little comeback out route to the far side. Pick up a crucial first down for the Panthers. Excuse me, for the Lumberjacks. Excuse me.
They'll give him an 8-yard gain, a first down. Six minutes left here, nearing a hydration timeout. See if they get this play off. First down and 10. They'll adjust Johnson to the opposite side. Back to pass. Nice outright. One-handed grab. Did he bring it in? He does. Another outstanding catch on the sideline. A ball that you thought was in the first row gets struck down for a completion.
That was called from the snap out there from Brooks. Good one-hand catch right there. Big first down once again.
That'll move the chains, make it a first down. Another hydration timeout here from Lumberjack Field. Chalmette on the road up 14 and Patterson on the move. We'll be back right after a word from our sponsors.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Allen's Communications,
Welcome back to the Sugar Dome. Boogers there alongside Clarence Robinson, and as always, our head statistician, William Bill McCarty. Corner goes down on the sideline, and Clarence right now is do or die time to pass a lot of time on in the game. They really need to start creating some dominance with their offensive level.
They got to capitalize every time they get the possession, because once again, Chalmette will shut it down with the running play as well. So get back to play here.
Davis stands all along in the shotgun. First down and 10. Four-man rush. They'll throw it to the outside. Taylor once again. He makes the catch.
Davis pass complete to Taylor. Brought down with number 12 for the
good possession.
Al Martin. Pick up about 3.
Getting
Second
open like
7
that, somebody else will be open
for the
down the field.
Lumberjacks.
Brooks was wide open down the field.
Again, short pass in front of the defense. Nice
Davis
easy
pass
catch and a
complete to
first
Carson
down.
Patty.
First reception for Patty.
Just good possession receipt right there.
It takes offensive patience right there. They're used to the big hit. And they're able to take what the defense gives them.
And sometimes you got to take that. Take what they're giving to you, buddy.
First down, back to pass again. There's Kitchen, one step behind the defense. This time thrown out of bounds and incomplete. Kitchen had a step on Banks once again. And this time a little out of bounds.
For the Lumberjacks.
Caught once again, one-on-one
From
on the
now
outside.
43-yard line.
Trying to make it happen right there. Trying to get that quick 6. But Davis methodically looking underneath. He got a lot of underneath routes still open. And Brooks on that one-on-one on the outside still open.
Second down and 10. Again, outside to Taylor. Taylor reaches back, makes the catch.
Davis pass complete to Taylor.
Owls keeping everything in front of them. The Jacks pick up 5.
Pick up about 5. It'll be third 5 for the
We're not going to let
Lumberjacks.
them beat us deep, but take that underneath.
From the
which is going to make you have to slow down.
Owl 39-yard line.
Clock running real fast here. 4:22 here left in the third quarter already.
Key third down for the Jacks. Looks left, throws. Good strike. Gave up ground, now takes it back. Brooks down the sideline, crosses the 20, 15, and
Davis
knocked out of
pass
bounds
complete to
inside the
Brooks.
5. And what looked like he gave ground and gave up the first down, all of a sudden he took it all back.
Oh, man. Brooks coming right to the pursuit of the defense. He thought he was probably going to come inside. Then he showed his speed and talent, get it to the outside, and put on that foot show right there. Big first down for the Jacks.
35 yards on the
gain
game
by
to give the
Brooks.
Lumberjacks a first and goal on the Owl 6-yard line.
Inside the Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance red zone once again. This time the Jacks looking to cash in. One long back alongside Davis. He'll keep it himself.
Davis scores.
Quick run right up the middle. Davis in the end zone for the touchdown.
Easy doing
6
it.
yards
We've
on
seen
the
that adjustment
touchdown.
from that second quarter. We've seen it before, but we talked about it at halftime. All the receivers are covered. Davis taking direct snap right there and just walk on into the end zone. Touchdown Jacks.
That'll get the crowd fired up, get the Jacks within a touchdown. With the PAT coming from Russell. special team-wise, not only we had a few miscues, it seemed like we never got the right amount of people on the field.
That's been the Jacks' little clip right there.
They get it on the tee. Russell knows how to get it through the uprights. Good snap and hold. The kick is up and good. A 10-play, 87-yard drive capped off by a Davis run. With 3:54 to go here in the third quarter. The Jacks have inched closer. It's 21-18. Next week, Assumption, Morgan City, the pageantry of the Mustang Stadium, a one-sided stadium, Kane Field on the other. We're so high, I need glasses and binoculars.
I know that's right. I remember those days going to play out there and the large insects that were flying around. But Assumption Mustang, like you said, very unique stadium.
Yeah, Tigers will have their hands full, 1 and 2. They're on the short end of the stick tonight. But they'll have their hands full with the Mustangs.
First district game also for both of those teams as well.
Looking forward to bring that to you. Those of you join us on YouTube, we're glad to have you. Live football, a chance to watch it at the comfort of your home. And most of our viewers have been grandmas and grandpas or relatives that live out of state or visiting teams that can't make the long travel.
I'll tell you what, and long time ride for the people from Chalmette, Louisiana. So thank you all for tuning in tonight.
28-21 our score. And looks like this one's going to go down to the wire.
It's going to be a good one too.
Good strong leg from Russell. Chartreuse color shoes. Put a foot into it down at the 10-yard line. Here comes the Owls. Right up the middle with blockers. Runs into the back of them, bounces off inside the 35, and pretty good field position to start this drive off.
Going to see exactly what Chalmette is going to do here. The first possession of the third quarter did what they normally did, but just got them shot in the foot. And see Patterson defense were able to get off that field, get the possession back, and score quick.
Yeah, you almost got to get them in an obvious passing situation.
You have to.
And with just 3 passes on the night, it hadn't happened that many times.
And you've seen it. They tried to throw the pass to the tight end and didn't capitalize. So you seen the Patterson defense get kind of a little bit more enthused about it. So
last drive, a little error by the Owls, a false start, backed them up 5 yards, and when you're running a 3-yard in a cloud of dust style offense, that 5 yards is costly.
It's big difference. Big difference.
So we talked about it. Owls coaching staff and Coach Jason Tucker for 16 years. He's been visualizing games and how they're going to play out. He likes where he stands right now, up 7, getting towards the later part of the game. Williams on the outside again, and he's got speed. He takes a big blow right there. There's a flag on the far side, 2 flags on the far side. Let's see if a hold got him sprung on the outside.
Because he definitely did get out there rather quick. He got out real quick. When you see somebody get like that, it's initially is holding. So
yeah, Williams is as fast as anybody on the field, and to give him some advice at 140, don't try to go for the head-on collision.
Number 50 looked like holding, pushing in the back as well. So Coach JT's like, man, come on, we need all that we can get. Once again, that down and distance usually be Achilles' heel for the Owls.
Yeah, second drive in a row that a penalty has cost them that leverage. So all the Jacks defense needs to do here is keep them pinned up. 3:32 to go here, third quarter. Play action pass. They'll take a shot deep, looking down the sideline, one-on-one coverage, and incomplete. Francois was in his left pocket.
Good coverage by Kendall Francois, running with the receiver up the field. Once again, this is not the place that the Owls like to be in, forcing them to do something that they're not too good at. See Patterson get off the field, he'll get that offense back, and then see what we can do for this next possession.
Yeah, not only is it second and long, stops the clock. You know, Jacks right now, they want to keep as much time on the clock as possible so they can get back in the ball game. Owls, they wanted to go as fast as possible. Second down, 19. Single coverage, bottom of your screen. Carlos Brooks has the Owl locked up. They'll go draw play. Good safe play call by the Owls. They don't want to do anything disastrous.
Owls pick up about 5 on the play.
Good gain of 5, bring up third down and 13.
One thing it is, you see that the Owls don't like to get in position like this. 3rd and 13 position.
From their own 35-yard line.
And Patterson is just adjusting well to it. You got their safety real deep, seeing if anybody could pop up from one of those slot spots.
One stop right here. Lumberjacks can get the football back. Couvion stands in the shotgun. 3-man rush coming from Patterson. They'll throw slant inside. Carlos Brooks had a bead on it. Anything thrown a little bit lower might have been going the other way.
Going the other way real time, real fast.
Be 4th and 13 for the Owls.
Brooks.
And you got your defenders looking at the quarterback.
Moving on, looking here to the near side. And Brooks coming from that other corner spot. Just a little bit too high.
How about a hand for that Lumberjack
defense? Force a 4th down. Kitchen stands back at his own 32-yard line. A 43-yard average on the night for Ramirez.
Another flag
on the play.
A lot of special teams flags tonight or miscues. This time illegal procedure.
Both teams have had a lot of penalties in the first half, and once again now the Owls getting stepped off once again.
Yeah, and what you don't want to do, you're finally getting a little life on this Lumberjack sideline. They're starting to get excited. We haven't seen that all game.
You know, they average 50 points a game, so you know the difference in 2 quarters to 2 halves make a difference.
11 penalties for 79 yards against the Owls tonight. Lazy end over end. It'll bound at the 40-yard line. Kitchen will just give ground, let it go. That's sometimes a smarter thing to do. And at the 42-yard line, the Lumberjacks will bring the offense out once again.
You got a flag. You got a flag down at the 42.
With that, there's a flag at the 42-yard line. We'll wait to see what that's all about. Wasn't at the line of scrimmage, and there was no effort to return the ball.
No, I mean, so exactly what is the call? Taking their time, sorting it out.
So either side, you hope it's not a personal foul, which is really going to affect your side of the ball. A lot of times when the flags are away from everything, most of the time it's extracurricular activity. Here's the call. Now after all that, they're going to call a holding against the Owls. Now they're asking the Patterson side. Do you want it on the added to the end of the play, or do you want it on the kick?
The Owls, penalty decline. The Patterson's ball 1st and 10.
Even worse than that, you don't get it added to the kick. You just decline it, take it where it's at.
Take it where it's at. You know.
There you see the hole right there. Just wondering why the flag was way on the sideline at the 42, so that must have not been it.
It's not his job.
Another timeout on the field by the Owls.
Owls burn another timeout. That's their second timeout here in the first half. See if that comes back to bite them with 2:27 to go in the third.
You know, we said at the end of that second quarter where Patterson used their actual timeouts very well, you know, before halftime. So Coach JT is trying to get his guys settled back in, you know, and trying to make sure that we see it on the last possession, 2 deep receivers giving everything underneath. See if they can try to cover those Patterson receivers so far.
So we've seen the adjustment offensively. If them defenders back up, they're going to take it underneath. They're going to look for some soft spots, and if they catch a one-on-one matchup with Kitchen, they're going to let him go deep.
You know, and what we've seen sometime is on the first half, Kitchen, they can score within 3 to 5 seconds. So You know, Patterson want to try to be methodical as they can to keep that ball away from Chalmette.
Good starting field position at the 42-yard line, down 7. Really the first big test for the Jacks in this young season.
And, you know, that's what they actually seen, you know, the other people that played them average scoring 50 points a game, and then now you got 21 points. You know, it's kind of shift the guys up a little bit, you know.
It's only going to help you as the season progresses.
Yes, sir. And the benefit about this game is if Patterson does go on to win, this is some good power points for them. For Chalmette, it really is not anything for them in regards to that, just another win on the schedule for them. You know, new playoff situation that we've seen also. A lot of things shifting up. All these games become really important for everybody now.
One timeout left for the Owls. And here comes the Jacks, first down and 10.
42-yard line.
Trying to score in back-to-back drives to tie this thing back up. Difference in the game, special teams, 2 touchdowns scored on special teams miscues by the Owls. First down and 10. Let's see if the Owls start running some pressure. They'll rush 4, take a shot deep again. There's Kitchen. A diving effort on the sideline. It'll go incomplete. Him and Banks have been going at it all night.
Good coverage by Banks. You've seen it. 3-step drop in. David just put it up one-on-one out here on the outside for Kinchin. Good, excellent effort going for the actual reception, but not able to capitalize on it.
Second down and 10. Not much on the ground for the Jacks tonight. It's about all the damage has been done in the air. Davis, another shot deep. Looking for Johnson, double covered on the outside, nothing there. Really just throwing it away. Bring up third down.
Just getting it away from him. Now seeing exactly the last plays, you had a lot of coverage underneath. Excuse me, a lot of receptions underneath. See if Patterson can come to that, and the receivers could just break free. Got some good possession receivers, Boo. See if they can get to the sticks.
A lot of them getting opportunities tonight. A lot of guys making catches. Third down and 10. Even if you don't get the first down, you'd like to get some positive yards. Set up a fourth down and make them. Back to pass again. Cross the middle. Looking for Kinchin. He's held. Makes the diving catch. It is complete.
Big catch right there.
Had a hand of jersey. Wasn't getting that call. It came down and he had to make the catch.
Once again, on Banks again. Kinchin just getting free. Banks holding on to jersey a little bit, but big reception by Kinchin.
He's been the play maker for the Lumberjacks here in this one.
Good possession.
24-yard line.
34-yard gain. Back to the line of scrimmage. Short pass. Taylor, one-handed grab again. It's been the night of the one-handers.
Good reception as well.
That was Patty on the reception.
Nice catch.
And that reception puts him inside the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone. That red zone has been a mixed bag for the Lumberjacks so far. Davis remains alone in the backfield. He'll throw. There's Patty again. Low catch. Good sure-handed. Ball's ripped from him. Banks grabs it. They'll leave it as a live ball. Banks get tackled at the 15, and this will be one big turnover for Chalmette. We'll watch the replay, see if momentum has been stopped, but no call. Therefore, it'll be our ball.
He ripped it out of it. It is a turnover. And was concerned about that as well because that's what they're supposed to do. Banks able to give up a big turnover right there for the Owls.
Yeah, a lot of times they don't let you get held up while the
No.
other guys are trying to rip the football out your hand. I'd like to take one more good look at that. But the officials were slow to blow the whistle, so therefore he just let it go.
Let it go.
And that's a big turnover by Banks and the Owls.
See if the Patterson defense could come back once again. Last two possessions, that defense was able to capitalize and take advantage of it.
Head officials trying to get the game clock to 25 seconds. There's 1:16 on the clock here in the third quarter. Back to the ground game goes the Owls. Angeletti has been the workhorse. Let's look at his turnover once again and see if forward progress was stopped. And I'm going to put it on you.
Well, there it is. That's the possession right there. Ripped it up and just, he ripped it. I mean, it's.
You going with it?
Got to go with it.
Owls in no hurry. Second down. They'll call it 6. Make it official. It'll be 7.
You know, sometimes you get receivers just trying to get that extra yardage. It's just best to just get down sometime, Boo. Show him make an effort to go down.
Off tackle. Running room. Running through tacklers. Angeletti on the move again.
Angeletti on the carry. Finally brought down by Harvey.
Good hard run by Angeletti.
That'll be a first down. And I would expect them to let the clock run out here in the third quarter.
Credit that big run by Angeletti to his fullback, Tricino. Then after that, Angeletti just making a big first down.
For the Owls.
And that's what they'll do. The Owls will let it run down. So the Lumberjacks have been inside point-blank range 2 times here in the second half. Come away with only 1 touchdown. It's 28-21. Owls with the ball. We'll be back with more high school football right after this.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Allen's Communications,
And we're back to the Sugar Dome, fourth quarter action. Getting ready to get started. 28-21, a lot of missed opportunities for the Jacks. The Chalmette Owls come to town, and they've taken advantage of just
taking
every
advantage
break.
of every break that they can. Special teams now on the defensive side. One thing it is, you wanted these type of games early in the season, Boost, to see exactly how your team adjusts to adversity. And, you know, Chalmette did their job. See if Patterson defense can do their job and adjust with them as well.
For the Owls.
New set of downs here to start the fourth quarter off. Nothing fancy from the Owls, but
get the job done.
Yeah,
get the job done.
Get a few big plays. Yep, movement.
Procedure.
That'll back the Owls up 5 yards, and that's been the break the defense needed.
That doesn't work that well for Chalmette right there. Now the defense for Patterson look like these guys get enthused when they get to that second and third and long situation.
First and 15. They'll stay on the ground. This time the Jacks defensive front snuffs it out.
And a quick whistle as well. To your point. We even.
They learned their lesson.
Little whistle. But Williams just once again can't see him too well. This is the position that the Jacks like to be in, calling timeout right now.
Yeah, you look at a play from here, it looked like it got nothing. But in reality, picked up 5 yards. With that, the Jacks will start using some of their timeouts. A lot of time left on the clock, 11:37. Jacks will give their defensive rest. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Owls. There's our core physical therapy and sports performance player of the game. We got a 2-man race going right now between Davis and Kinchin.
I mean, Kinchin has been making some outstanding one-handed catches. Davis coming in at the right place at the right time, and he did some touch pass. The last touchdown he did, he was able to capitalize for the Jacks.
170 yards of catches for Kinchin on 8 receptions.
I'll tell you what.
20 of 34 for Davis in the air. 322 yards. Couple touchdowns.
Those two guys just continue to add to their stats that thus far as state leaders as receivers and as the quarterback numbers. Passing.
Aaron ought to go down on the sideline. Aaron, was that to stop the clock timeout, give the defensive rest, or they needed to make an adjustment?
I know they were making some sort of adjustments because that was just just in the half a minute into the 2nd quarter, so they just had a rest and only ran 1 play. So no, I think that was to make some adjustments.
2nd down, here comes pressure, just enough on Williams to get him off balance, and he goes down for a loss. That's a big loss and brings up 3rd down and long.
Big 3rd down situation right there. Jennings came up like a bullet, trying to force Williams right back to the inside.
From their own 35-yard line.
Jacks really needed that right there, Boo.
Yeah, 3rd down and 12. Not much in the passing game. Jacks need to figure out how to
and just be careful with pass draws or screens right here. See if the linebackers don't get ate up too fast.
Moving up, box out the signals. They'll send Williams in the flats. They'll throw it to him.
Oh.
Had an opportunity to get him. He jogs down the sideline. They'll say he stepped out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That's a huge break for the Jacks defense.
Thought one of the Jack defenders was able to come up, make that tackle, and
that little bit of a push was enough.
Williams was right there at the marker, put the ball across, but it looked like he just stepped across.
And there's not a lot of complaining going on the sideline, so obviously it was the right call. 4th down and 6, the Owls will go for it. Look for a hard count. Jack's got to hold their water here. 10:31 on the clock, 10 seconds on the play clock. Chalmette's happy to run this down, and
there it is.
Burn the last time out, just take the 5-yard penalty.
It's Uncle Mo. See if Uncle Mo can work for the Jacks now.
I'd almost agree with that. Take the 5 yards. Don't burn your last time out.
Don't do that.
Bring up 4th and about
Patterson still has their two timeouts. Well,
the great job that Ramirez has done in the punting game has negated what Kinchin can do in special teams.
Yeah. Pushing it back, I think you say average about 40-plus yards.
Punt to the Owls.
Hang time and kicking it away from them. Got a little bit of everything in this toolbox. Jack's crowd in line of scrimmage. Kinchin stands at his own 35-yard line. Good snap, high punt. Flags fly. Will be down there at the 37-yard line.
He didn't give him action.
Yeah, there was definitely inside the 2-yard
range. He's right in Kinchin's face. See if they're calling that.
There's a flag on the play.
It should be interesting how they sort this out. The flag was here.
It's going to take these officials a long time to sort things out. There's no different here. They're going to call roughing the kicker on one, holding on another. He's doing the dance.
So Initially, both of the Patterson rushers didn't even touch the actual kicker.
Yeah, then they
So-
got a hat on the ground on the far side. So
Oh, my.
who knows? What I saw right
Yes,
there
man,
was the
that's
head
their
official
job.
doing a shaky leg. Let's take a look right here. It's a good snap. I don't really see
I don't-
running.
that's
I don't
the
see
one they
running
even
into
touched
the
it.
kicker for sure.
That was the problem right there, for sure.
Holding. Flag holding against the Owls is declined.
The penalty was
Lumberjacks
against
will
the
have it
Owls.
First and 10 from their own.
Yeah, the only call came out was holding against the Owls. And after all that, they'll decline it and will take over where the ball finished up.
All right. Continue on watching the game.
With that being said, 10:31 on the clock, and time is starting to become an issue as the Jacks try to get this thing knotted up. They'll throw it outside to Davis, makes the catch, gets a block on the outside, 40-35 steps out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Good possession route right there. Just swing right here to the outside to Davis, and Davis able to make sure he catch the catch first, get upfield, get some positive yards, step out of bounds.
First and 10 for the
Stop
Lumberjacks
the clock.
from their own 47-yard line.
First down and 10. Johnson joins the receivers. There's a 5-receiver set. Quick hitch pass to Kenshin, makes the catch, turns on the speed, slips a tackle, trying to get away from Banks, dragging him inside the 25 and out of bounds. And there's a flag at the 50-yard line. That might not be good news for the Jacks.
You see it right there. It may not be that positive play. That
Blocking
is
the
Big
back
blocking the
block
back.
against the Lumberjacks.
That was a costly penalty.
Yeah.
See if we can pick it up here.
Gonna see it right into the outs. It's right, the receiver, outside receiver. That's Elijah Johnson.
Wasn't much, but it was enough.
It's enough to get right in the referee's face. He's seen it right before him, so he stepped off against the Jacks.
That'll erase the big gain, back the Jacks up.
First and 16 for the
First down and
Lumberjacks.
16.
It's been beneficial for the Jacks because all the underneath routes has been well. It's the run after the catch that's been the big difference for the Patterson Lumberjacks passing game.
Davis going the distance tonight. Stands by himself. Here comes the pressure across the middle and misfires, looking for Patty. He had some space up the middle.
Just couldn't get that touch on the throw right there.
Kind of let him.
Second 16 for the Jags.
Definitely a possession
No,
route right
41.
there. Patty would have picked up a big first down for the Jacks right there.
Second down. Jacks need some yards here. They'll go right back. Same play. And this time right through his hands.
Davis' pass, for Patty.
You can see it was wide open again. Patty just not able to come up with the possession.
Normally a sure-handed receiver.
Back to back.
Head level.
And Davis see him right at the snap of the ball. And Patty hit him right in the right hand.
Third down and long. First one was on Davis. Second one on Patty. Let's see if they can connect here. Three-man rush by the Owls. Back to pass again. Across the middle. Got Jennings. Makes the catch. Still on his feet inside the 30. Shaking tacklers inside the 10. 5 and chopped down at the 2-yard line. A big play for the Jacks. Just what they needed.
Big play, big call, big catch. Jennings in the slot in the near side, just ragging a drag across the middle, and our defenders cannot come up, cannot tackle the big guy. He's rumbling and stumbling downfield. See where they mark it at? He's the 1 or 2 yard line. Jennings, big catch right there, Boo.
Yeah, Jacks missed twice. Then they convert on the third time. They get inside the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone. A place that they've been at plenty tonight with a mixed bag of results. Right here, they need a touchdown. Time is becoming an essence. 9:52 on the clock. They're down 7. Last time Davis took it himself. Direct snap, he'll run it again, gets a good block, leans forward, it was easy. Touchdown Davis, and the Jacks are an extra point away from tying it up.
Tell you what, let's give back the credit to the offensive line for Patterson Lumberjacks, giving Davis enough time to throw the ball. Big possession right there for the Patterson Lumberjack, big touchdown.
Russell in his chartreuse color shoes heads on the field for the most important kick of the night.
Once again, look like Patterson is short of a player on the field once again for special teams.
No, Clarence, a lot of people would call that lime green, but fishermen, we call that chartreuse. See if Davis can get it on the tee. Good snap and hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:47 to go in the fourth quarter. We got ourselves a ball game. Patterson right back in it. We're all knotted up at 28.
9:47 to play the fourth quarter. We have a
There you look at the final touchdown. Clarence on a direct snap. That play has been very successful.
You know, we've seen Davis kind of in the second quarter missed a couple of passes, but you have the right guy keeping the ball in his hands. Davis able to walk right in just like he did previously.
Aaron Orta goes down on the sideline. Aaron, a little difference here, getting this Patterson team fired up.
Well, Boo, you've been wanting the sideline to get fired up, and let me tell you, the pass and run, the catch and run by Jennings that got the ball down inside the 5-yard line, that fired them up. They were jumping up, celebrated that like it was a touchdown drive. A touchdown catch and run. And but that was the excitement. They were all jumping. I was in the middle of it and just trying to get as small as I could and get out of there with it. But no, the excitement is there now. They got this ball game tied up. We're in the fourth quarter. We're getting our money's worth tonight, folks.
Jacks are back up against the wall. Jennings comes through with a big run. That pitch and catch right there moves Davis over the 400-yard mark on the night. Now he's got 421 yards in the air.
That is crazy. So what? Only the fourth game of the season,
and almost 10 minutes to play.
So now this defense will come out and try to stymie this Owl ball club once again. Low squib kick by design, picked up at the 20-yard line. Running room to the near side. The speed of Williams. Shaking and baking across the 50 and down inside the 45-yard line. So he's been an elusive ball carrier for the Owls.
Tell you what, I've seen a couple of films on Williams, and Williams did an outstanding job every game they played. Williams just a good possession guy. You can't see him that well. He's a very short kid, but once again, to get to the outside, show a lot of speed and deception right there.
38-yard return, and the Owls, they don't want to get caught in the trap of trying to go to something they're not used to, and that's a shootout type ball game. It's still only 28 all. They can go back to their 3 yards in the cloud of dust offense and try to squeak this out. Of course, it's not like having a 14-point lead or a 7-point lead.
Right.
They feel this game slipping.
It doesn't take that much for Patterson to score rather quick.
First down and 10 Owls. Handoff right up the middle. Angeletti once again for a first down and a good gain of 14.
You do not want to see that with the Patterson Lumberjacks. Got a flag on the play as well, Boo.
Have a flag on the play.
Angeletti able to take this handoff, go to the left side. And whereas one of the Jacks.
Against the Lumberjacks.
They call a face mask against the Jacks.
5 yards to the play. We go first and 10.
Give credit to the Owls. When all the momentum was going towards the Jacks, they get a good kickoff return, a good first play, they get the penalty, and then all of a sudden.
Kind of let the out the Patterson defense right there rather quick. Chalmette don't want to score rather quick because Patterson can score as quickly as they can as well. So
first down and 10.
Movement.
Handoff, off tackle, plenty of yards again inside the 20 and inside the core physical therapy red zone,
Angeletti on the carry.
as Angeletti has been the workhorse here in the second half.
Tell you what, just following that block and
Two
nothing
for the
fancy
Lumberjacks.
about it. Tell you what, this turned into a very exciting game, Boo. Adversity. See how the Jacks they're gonna bend or break.
You know, we talked about not a 3 points not really important earlier.
Yeah.
Right now,
It's a
whole
big
different
difference.
story. Hand off again, Angeletti. And when the
Angeletti
first
on the
guy's hitting you
carry.
4 yards down the field, that's good news.
Picks up the first down.
Owls, another first down. First down and goal.
And right now, the issue, the Achilles heel for the Patterson Lumberjacks is those 2 punt situations that scored. I was able to get 14 points. It's the difference in the game thus far right now.
First down and goal from the 10. 8 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter. Which started off with a Patterson score in the start of the game in less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
We thought this was going to be an offensive cakewalk for the Jacks. It turned into the complete opposite.
Taught us in the hair, huh?
Hand off to Williams. Williams, foot race for the corner. Touchdown.
Williams on the carry score.
Williams
A
showing that
flag.
speed.
There's a flag on the play.
Which may be
After.
nothing to do with the play.
Yeah.
Touchdown will stand.
There was a big hit right in front of that referee.
Again, a lot of penalties in this game.
Question is, after the play or during the play?
Williams is able to take the direct handoff, showing that speed to get to the outside, just able to walk right into the end zone for the touchdown for the Owls.
A holding against the Owls, personal foul
They're
against the
gonna replay
Lumberjacks.
the play.
Penalties offset.
They're going to offset that and replay the down. That's a break for the Jacks. And Chalmette's on the sideline still celebrating. Now they're going to have to
Shake it back.
get back together and come out and run another play.
One thing it is, getting outside.
We talked about the speed of Williams and that he's as fast as
Yeah.
anybody on the field. He might be the fastest on the field.
He really is the one that jump out on the screen when you see him just using his speed, and it's been helpful, very helpful for the Owls thus far.
Hey, you can come here.
Let's go down on the sideline, Aaron. Aaron?
Guys, I think this is what happened. The 2 penalties involved the 2 guys. The Owl player was holding the Lumberjack, and the Lumberjack shoved him after the play, and that was your 2 penalties. It was the 2 people involved, you know, one against the other on both sides, so, and it wipes out the touchdown. So the Lumberjacks come out on that.
On the complete opposite side of the field. So they just
Yeah.
go right
Angeletti.
back to Angeletti, and he takes it inside the 1. And I've
Angeletti on
noticed
the carry.
they're running awful heavy on the left
About
side.
5. Second and goal.
Every bit they're going for it right there. Angeletti just been the workhorse thus far, he and Williams. Eight-yard pickup on the play.
Yeah, they talking about the play clock again. The game clock. It's at 40 seconds. Should be at 25.
You know, just pretty much getting like last week for the Lumberjacks, scoring every time they get the ball.
Yeah, with the results they had the last couple
Yeah.
of plays, you would expect Angeletti off left tackle once again. Second down and 1. He'll go quarterback sneak.
Better be careful because
Yeah, he doesn't get the push he needed. They'll stop him short.
Lumberjack defense stops him short. It'll be third
Next thing
and
you know,
goal
it's
for
third
the
down.
Owls.
nothing fancy here, just quarterback keeper trying to get a push up in the middle of that offensive line. Patterson defense able to just stalemate themselves as well.
Sometimes you get under center, you know you're going to quarterback sneak it. That's where that center quarterback
Yeah.
exchange becomes a problem. You're trying to run before you got it. The center's trying to block before he gives it. And right right here, it looks like the Owls will burn their last time out. They don't have any timeouts. No.
Thought they had one left, but what's going on?
Yep. So they stop the clock here. We're in the zone for a hydration timeout. One team's already on the sideline. He didn't really make a signal, so we're all guessing like everybody else. But I think they'll come to the sideline and wipe their brow. We'll take a timeout. This game's going to come down to the end. 5:54 to go here in the fourth. Timeout for Patterson.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Allen's Communications.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Stadium. Booger Zappi, Clarence Robinson looking forward to a fantastic finish.
6 minutes left.
You know, the official kept the clock running down to 5:54. Then he gave a hydration timeout. Now we got 6 minutes on the clock. He's trying to explain that to the Patterson coach.
Yeah, Coach Cram wanted justification on it. Coach JT looked like he was just working with the clock itself. He had the other referee standing right by him. So he just worked with the referee on his side. Now he's getting the explanation as well.
We want to talk about the pace of the game, just keeping the game moving as a former basketball official. The official keeps the pace of the game going.
Right, right.
If I'm slow, the game's slow.
That's exactly right.
So let's get the call in. Let's move on. Let's play ball.
Tell you what, these calls, the clocks make a difference for Patterson and both of these teams at the same time.
Well, you want the teams to steal the momentum.
Yes.
You don't want the referee to steal
Right.
the momentum. I'm not talking just for Patterson, but for the Owls.
Right.
You know, they want to get to the line
No
of scrimmage
doubt.
and run a play. So now he's in the huddle with the offense. So I'm not sure what he's got going on.
I don't think the guys need an explanation what's going on.
Finally, he's going to blow the whistle, get the play clock rolling. Game clock should roll along with it.
Play clock's got 0.
And now the play clock sitting on 0.
They got to hold up again and set the play clock as well.
Yeah, because Owls in no hurry to run the ball.
No,
they're going to let the clock run as low as they can get it.
It's all on their favor.
Now
you
it's
know.
back on 5:54. 9-6. Oh, boy.
You know, when I look at what's going on right now, it discombobulates everybody. We're looking at the scoreboard on the bottom of your screen.
Right.
Shows Chalmette got 2. So it's messing up my graphics guy downstairs. It's messing up everybody.
Everything. Well, they're going to have to get this thing sorted out. Here's the play going as well.
Right off tackle, right up the middle. Drags tacklers in the end zone, and the Owls scored the touchdown.
And Gillette, it looked like the Patterson defenders wasn't even ready. See that on the replay. Like Patterson defenders was still just standing up when they snapped the ball. Here it is again. Angeletti just take the handoff, and Patterson defenders just standing up. Touchdown for the Owls.
Yeah, a lot of game left, but making it awful difficult on the Jacks. They're going to have to answer every time.
Every time they get the ball, and see, the most important part, get 3 plays and out on the defensive side, because that's the difference in this game thus far.
You tell me that Coach Tucker thought he was going to have 35 points in this ball game. I don't believe
that at all.
Banks will set it on the tee. Ramirez will put a foot into it. Everybody has been perfect so far on their kicks. There's a flag on the play on the far side. That's going to be an offsides against the Jacks.
Another flag on the play.
And he missed the extra point.
Kick it again.
Offsides against the Lumberjacks.
Big difference in the game right here.
Well, when they had the running game, they've been getting positive yards on just about every play. You would expect right here as the Jacks to sell out on a run and see if they can try to get him before he gets them.
It's going to be the difference because that offensive line for the Owls has been getting a real big push right off to that left side, that offensive line. Big push.
Here we go, 2-point conversion. They'll go power eye behind KWBJ. Off tackle, stumbles in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So an offsides against the Jacks. As the Owls rethinking it, they go for 2 and make it.
And capitalize, and one thing it is.
5:56 to go here in this ball game, and just like that, an 8-point lead by the Owls.
5:56 to play in the fourth quarter.
Who you want
The
to go
Owls
back to it?
36, Lumberjacks 28.
No doubt about it, the Jacks plenty of time on the clock. They'll be able to have opportunities again to score, but it makes life a lot more difficult now. A simple kick from Russell, who's been perfect on the night, is not there anymore. They're going to have to go for 2.
You got to do some things that you've never done before. Once again, Patterson was in the same position last week. See what they're going to have to do. Here it is, adversity once again for the Lumberjacks.
You go back looking at the film of the miscues right there.
Yeah.
A simple offsides. At that point, you're better off from just making an extra point.
You know, and that's the difference in this game right now. Because now the Owls feel like they have that confidence.
Kick off for the Owls.
And one thing it is, Davis don't have to do anything too spectacular. Just get into his possession receivers and make some things happen. That's for.
Aaron Auto goes down on the sideline there, and that's not the last points that are going to be scored tonight.
That was the case, but no, I expect to see some more offense, that's for sure. And they're going to be throwing the ball. They're going to looking to get it down there quick.
Another pooch kit right down the middle.
Somebody got to get on the ball.
Still on, big pile up. See if Patterson got on it at the last minute. You know, them pooch kits, they don't look like much, but they cause a lot of trouble.
Somebody got to communicate out there. They got it. And
Patterson
Patterson guys just standing around seeing who's going to get on it first. See if Davis going to get a lot of time here to try to get that ball off to some of his receivers. But Boo, you say something very interesting. You never would have thought that Coach JT would think these guys have 36 points. He stymied the Patterson offense, high-powered offense thus far.
So the Jacks have kind of ran a dose of short passing game, and when they had opportunities, went deep. But a lot of their damage has been catch and run.
Run after the catch, buddy.
Only rushed the ball 14 times tonight, but they've thrown it 40 times. Back to pass, Davis again. Kitchen had a step. Incomplete. There's the battle again. Banks and Kitchen, they've been going at it all night.
Look like they're trying to get it all rather quickly. Good coverage by the Owls downfield. Two-man route over here to the near side.
Good job by the offensive line. The Owls have decided, hey, we're going to cover deep. We're going to rush 3.
Right.
On occasion, they'll bring 4, but the pressure has not been the problem today.
In that second half, they've been having guys drop 2 guys near sides over the top and doing an excellent job thus far.
Swing it out to Kitchen on the outside. This time Banks wraps him up before Kitchen
Davis
can get
pass
rolling.
complete to Kitchen. Brought down by Banks.
Good possession receiving right there. Bring up a 3rd down for the Lumberjacks. See if they can make something happen here.
Pickup of about 7.
33.
Jacks 4 down territory the rest of the game, guarantee that. 2 receivers near side, 3 to the far side. Davis asks for the football. They'll throw another hitch pass to Kitchen.
Get upfield.
Boy, he made 2 guys miss. Now turns on the speed, and he was a shoelace away from taking it the distance.
Oh my!
Number 5.
One more step right there he would have been gone for the 6.
Pick up the first down. Be first and 10.
It's just a comeback route for Kitchen.
Nice dance moves on the outside.
4 defenders had him in a square right there, and he was able to get positive yard, big first down for the Jacks.
That'll recess the downs. First down and 10. 4 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. Now Owls will bring pressure. Flush Davis out. He'll run it. Gets a nice block. Steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That'll stop the clock. And it'll bring up 2nd and 5.
A lot of those runs are still open. When they're covered downfield, Davis got a lot of opportunities to still take advantage of some runs like that as well.
Give credit to Davis and reading what's happening.
Yeah.
He saw the extra pressure coming. He knew right away.
Get it upfield.
2nd down and 5. Stands tall in the pocket. Nothing there. He'll run for it right up the middle.
Yes.
Has somebody behind him.
Davis.
He drug him close to first down yardage.
Be
May
close.
just be a yard short.
Picked up about 4 on the play.
That's the down and distance that you want to be in right there. Just those options. 2 runs back to back by Davis.
Plenty of time on the clock. Inside 4 minutes. Jacks need to get the first down here to reset the downs. Short pass on the outside to Jennings. Hard to bring down. Breaks the first tackle. Runs through the 2nd down to the 15-yard line. The Lumberjacks are on the move.
Good possession, reception right there by Jennings, and then one-on-one here on the outside. I think that was Lopez. Jennings able to get the reception, get it up positive in the field, and Lopez, low man out.
He'll pick up 20 yards on the reception. First down and 10 Jacks.
Jacks checked with me at the line of scrimmage.
4-man rush, thrown across the middle.
Flag on it. Should be in the
Receiver
flag
had
right
him
there.
around the waist. No call. Davis to Davis goes incomplete.
Good timing route, right? Just a slant route from the slot for Davis. Thought they would have got the call, but didn't get the call right there, Boo.
Yeah, tough call by the back official. He's standing right at the point of attack. It's hard to see
Here it is
when
again.
you're that close to the action.
Davis in the slot. Davis to Davis, and you thought he would have had it right there. No call.
2nd down and 10. Three-step drop. Looked like he was going to try to call a hold on the outside. Now comes a late flag. Davis goes for near first down yardage, but they will call a hold.
When he held his hands up, he just brought attention to himself.
Against the Lumberjacks.
When he did that, he looked right at the referee. Referee said, you know, I have to throw it. So Davis
Watch
here
on
looking
the
out the
outside.
field.
Right there, just a little bit of grab around the elbow. Thought for a second he was going to keep it in his pocket. But he couldn't resist.
Couldn't resist it. Walk off against the Jacks here. Just give the Jacks a little bit more opportunity for space to make something happen. So.
But I guarantee they would rather that Davis run to the sticks. Now they get 2nd down and long. They'll need another big play from Kitchen or Jennings or one of Brooks, one of the guys on the outside with a catch and run. Here we go, 2:48 on the clock. Screen pass, it's the right call to Kitchen, gets a key block. Looking to slip a tackle, can't do it. Good open field tackle by Tenaro.
It took a while to call it, but they got a penalty. It should be about 15 yards here against the Owls.
Pass complete to Kenton, brought down by number
Flag
7
in the
to
backfield.
the Owls. Panero.
Yeah, it was a very late hit.
After the play,
Late hit on
foul,
Davis.
roughing the passer against the Owls.
Big late hit.
Yeah, pretty much from this point, all of the big plays have gone against the Jacks.
Yeah. There it is. 3 defenders on Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, and it took a little while to actually call the actual penalty, but they was able to capitalize right there. It should be 15 yards for the Jacks.
Not a smart play. Had the Jacks backed up. Now they have an opportunity, a lot better opportunity to get a first down. I'm not sure how they can give a first down. I didn't know you had an automatic first down in the high school ranks. Don't see anybody arguing about it. Yeah, I do.
One of the coaches from
First and
Chalmette.
10 for the Lumberjacks.
They'll call it first and 10. The Jacks will take it. They'll throw it out to the outside. Brooks makes the catch, gets upfield.
Davis is
Brought
pass
down near
complete
the
to Brooks.
5-yard line.
Good possession reception right there.
Patterson will probably still playing with a sense of urgency just in
Picks
case
up about
that
9
two-point
on the play.
conversion
It'll be
fails. I
second
still got
one
some time on the clock.
for the
Perfect
Lumberjacks.
call right there, Boone. I agree with you 110%.
Second down and 2. Davis has kept it himself a couple times at this point in the field. That has been successful. Quarterback draw.
Oh.
This time they'll snip it out and bring him down.
Davis down. Nice
Lopez,
play.
Axton Lopez on the tackle.
Lopez.
Lopez staying right at home. Keep an eye on
Third
He's
and
pretty
about
much like a
4.
spy on Davis himself. Davis nothing downfield. Lopez able to get in. Big play right here.
And this whole game's coming down to this drive.
That's right
as we
here.
get inside a minute on the clock. By the time this play's over. Third down. They'll throw it to the outside. They've definitely grabbed him, and they'll call that penalty.
Davis's pass is hit for Brooks.
Got a
Watson.
handful of
Incomplete
jerseys,
as a flag
shoulder
on the
pad.
play.
Brooks couldn't even get out his break, and Watson was on him. Chalmette defender down.
You know, but to give credit to the Owl defender, he made the penalty, but I'd rather have the penalty than give up a touchdown.
That's what you call it doing the secondary. Brooks trying to run it to just a basic out route, and Watson is right all over him right when the actual ball got to him. So
Working on a cramp on the Owl defender. But, you know, you look at the miscues from the Jacks and the untimely penalties, and that's what's got them in this hole. Seemed like Chalmette took advantage of everything that could come their way, and that's why they have the 8-point lead. But the Jacks have a chance to erase all of that right here.
right here, this is the difference that we talked about. You know, how they was going to make this adjustment. Patterson bent but didn't break so far, but Chalmette's taking advantage of everything they had.
Aaron stands in the end zone watching the same game we're watching. And do you think this final score for Patterson is going to be successful on the run, or are they going to have to do it in the air?
I would try running it. I thought a couple times there's nobody lining up over the left guard or the left
On hand
tackle.
number 22.
And as a
Kevin
linebacker over the
Jefferson
center,
for the Owls.
nose guard is actually on the right side of the center. I thought they were going to run that play earlier, and they actually tried to run it after dropping back to pass, and it obviously didn't work. That's when they got tackled on the sideline. So it looks like if they'd have just took off straight off behind that guard, they had some room to run, but chose to go a different route.
Third down and 1. But the Jacks can't get the touchdown. At least they can get a first down here, reset the sticks.
Sure bet.
Still have some timeouts in their pocket. Both Davises staying in the backfield for the Jacks. Third down and 1. Snap to Davis. He'll run it himself. Off tackle, following his blockers into the end zone. Touchdown.
Davis scores.
3 touchdowns right there for Davis. Keeping the ball in his hands. You know, good call by Patterson.
You know, 2 things right here. If I'm the Owls right now, I'm stacking up ready for that play. If I'm the Jacks, you're going to have to stop that play.
You got to stop it.
That play on goal line plays have been money for the Jacks here tonight.
Yep, and see what this 2-point conversion call is going to be here. That's just critical right here, Boo.
That's ball game right here. 52
This is it.
seconds left.
Got Jennings the same set. Davis. Jennings at that tight end spot. See if he's trying to come here to the near side.
Look at the amount of defenders that have moved on to the left side of the field. I'd run that same play this time, go to the right.
A flag on the play.
They ran a hard count. May have got the Owls to jump.
Offside
That
against
would be
the
the
Owls.
16th penalty of the ball game.
And that's been a difference for Chalmette tonight. A lot of penalties. At crucial times as well.
So last formation from the defense, they had 5 defenders sitting over the tackle, left tackle side of the Jacks. Nobody was on the right side. Very similar formation here. Jacks run right into the teeth of it. Nothing there.
Oh.
Davis trying to get away. Needs
Wow.
to throw it. The 2-point conversion. It's no good.
Now go.
The Owls made the shift. The Jacks ran right into it. And
Wow.
the 2-point conversion fails.
Oh, my goodness. Davis take the snap, ran right up the middle, and it just got a big push by Chalmette right at the nose guard, which caused that havoc right there.
And I'm telling you, 2 defenders on the right side of
Oh,
the defense.
man.
The whole entire Owl defenders was on the left side.
Big play right there by Chalmette.
52 seconds on the clock. Now we'll take an onside kick. There you see our player of the game, Kalen Davis. Didn't get in there, but he has kept his Lumberjacks in the ball game
no
all night
doubt.
long.
No doubt he put it on his back. Mr. Davis, here it is. Got to get the onside possession here. Have an opportunity to get at 57 seconds. If the Lumberjacks can get it, it's a lot of time for them to make it happen. So,
You know, never say the game is over until it's over. You
It
know,
has
we've got
to
that
0.
proven to us already
yeah.
this year. Central Catholic comes down to the last play and gets a Hail Mary bounce
Yeah.
and score as the clock ran to 0.
Jasper Russell's been the handyman here. See if he can get a good kick. Jackson like trying to set up for the onside, possibly.
You look at the special team miscues on both sides.
Yeah.
Penalties, don't have enough men on the field.
It's been crucial for the Jacks, though, with the 2 touchdowns.
The only thing that's been good is when they got it on the tee, the kickers made the kick.
Yeah.
And when you got a good snap and a hold on a punt, they punted it good. That's big number 95, Grant Peterson. He's a senior, 5'11", 233. You play a physical ball game for 4 quarters, you're inside a minute.
That
You get an unlucky injury.
game was in the trenches, Boo. Trench warfare for this particular game.
Aaron Auto goes down on the sideline in there, and you look at Chalmette coming in here. They're up 2 right now. The percentages are that you're going to walk away with a victory. If the Jacks would have scored that 2-point conversion and the Jacks win, Chalmette would have had a long bus ride saying we played the game of our life and end up losing.
Right, and once again, Coach JT said he just wanted to get these guys in a position to win, and because they had a lot of games that they felt that they needed to be. 4 games on the road trying to get back home. And here in the Jacks, coming back home after a big explosive 60-plus points last week, only having 34 points here tonight. So,
Yeah, played the right formula.
yes, sir.
Played good offense, controlled the ball. Defense was good enough. Win the special teams battle.
That's the difference in the game right now. Not sure exactly what happened to the Chalmette defender on that goal line play.
They're still sorting it out. Not sure if they got him off the field yet. He's well on the, nope, he's still on the field. While they work on him on the sideline, I think it's time for us to step back, hear from our sponsors, and be back with the final 52.8 seconds here from Lumberjack Stadium.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, GJCurbside.com, Lapco Manufacturing, Taco Bell, Conrad Shipyard, Coastline Wealth Group, Shabios, Allen's Communications,
And welcome back to the Sugar Dome as they still tend to
How about a
the
hand for the injured Owl player?
Owl player as he's going off the field with help. Hands team for the Owls steps on the field. The Lumberjacks are looking for a good kick and a lucky break to get possession of this ball once again.
See if Russell get the right kick here with the right bounce.
Patterson, 2 timeouts remain. Hopefully get the ball back where they would be useful. Here we go. Right up the
Got
middle,
the row.
goes 10
It's
yards.
live.
That's
He
a
got it.
free ball.
The Jacks has it.
Jacks say they do have it. We're waiting for the official signal.
It was a perfect bounce, Boo. It was a perfect bounce.
Number 22. Gillen comes out the foul
Check it
with
out,
the
Boo.
ball.
Bounced out the defender's hand for Chalmette and right in the Jacks' hand.
Yeah, just a slow motion, good kick up, and 2 Owls fighting for the football. Came up empty.
Taj Tillman in the right place at the right time.
Number
Say that's a lot of
Jacks
time for the
first and
Jacks.
10.
So 47 seconds left. Couple
For the
timeouts for
Owls,
the Jacks.
46
Russell with an
yard
opportunity
line.
with a strong leg to be the hero.
Yeah, making a difference for the situation with those 2 punt situations in the first quarter. Wow. We got a game here, Boo.
47-9 on the clock. Each first down will stop the clock temporarily. Anytime you get out of bounds, that'll stop the clock. And then you got 2 timeouts, so there's plenty of time on the clock.
left.
Davis stands back. Pressure will flush him out. He throws to the outside. Kitchen
Ooh,
turns
good catch.
around, and that pass is incomplete.
Pass for Kitchen is incomplete. Be second 10 for the Lumberjacks. From the Owl 46 yard
41
line.
ticks on the clock. 2-point gain. They have to get around the 15, 20-yard line at the furthest to be in Russell's range. Patterson's thinking touchdown right now.
Got to go for touchdown now and see if it does get to Mr. Russell. That'll be the difference.
50-50 ball with Kitchen. I like Kitchen's chances.
Brooks on the outside by himself on the far side.
Here we go again. Owls coming with pressure. Flush Davis out.
Got Brooks right here.
Davis takes a shot deep. Has a receiver. That's Taylor. Oh, he drops it. He had him on a dead run. Hit him in the hands. He couldn't bring it down.
Davis pass intended for Taylor Owls, incomplete. Be third and 10.
Oh, my.
That'll bring third down, but take a look at it right here.
I mean, Brooks is just looking downfield, and then the Patterson receiver just break open by himself and hit him right in the right place.
Sometimes it's an unkept,
Third and 10 for
comfortable
the
catch,
Lumberjacks.
looking over an opposite shoulder.
Right.
46.
But a catch that he would make 9 out of 10 times. It's only third down.
It's
He'll
only
have
third
another
down.
opportunity
Yeah, he
here.
got a lot, you know, not trying to go for all the gusto, but if somebody's open, go for it. But just trying to get to the sticks, get that first down.
They'll need to get a first down. Back to pass again. Slant looking for Kitchen. Great
Big
job
play.
of reaching out, catching it with your hands. In a first down. That'll stop the clock
Slant
with
route.
27.
Slant route, all hands. Davis,
passed the
just a
play.
hard slant route by Kitchen.
Catch with his hands.
Good hands.
Lumberjacks picked up
Big
about
first down for the Panthers.
17 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10. We have a timeout by the Lumberjacks.
Jacks call a timeout at the 30-yard line. A lot of options here. Hadn't seen
not gonna
pass
call.
protection like that since Austin Harden's working the line of scrimmage.
One thing it is, you say you got some options.
Well, you got options to either
got
move
options.
further down the field and give your special teams an opportunity to kick the field goal.
That's number one. Number two, you got some receivers that can get to the outside. And number three, you got Davis that has the quick feet. If they're covered downfield, he can get some good time with 27 seconds left. That's the key right there.
Well, you just burned a timeout, so now you're down to one.
A lot of times for the Jacks, but you know, Davis is probably going to try to go for it all and be through with it.
This will be the second game this season that when
Yes,
you thought it was over, it just isn't over.
It's not over.
First down and 10. But more importantly, just 27 seconds left. Davis asks for the football. They'll bring an extra backer. Look for Jennings. Jennings trying to get out of bounds. He does make the stop the clock signal.
That's the critical thing. Got to get outside.
That'll save the timeout. I like to play the Jennings in the open field. He's running over tacklers all night long.
Hitch and go be good here for the Jacks.
Yeah, they need a strike for a play to get them comfortably in field goal range. Then they can go for the gusto.
29 yards.
Second down and 9. They'll set 5 receivers with Davis standing all along. Owls have tried to rush a few guys. On occasion, Davis has burned them. They'll call it a delay of game.
And a flag on the play, delay a game against the...
That's not a good time for that to happen for the Jacks.
Not at all.
Moves them back 5 yards.
The second 15 for the Jacks from the Owl 34.
Here we go. Davis, a rushing 4, standing tall in the pocket, take a shot deep again, this time looking for Kitchen. Kitchen over the top of the defender and incomplete.
Davis
nice job of getting position
broken up.
is Banks.
Davis able to get the ball.
Third down.
2 defenders covering Kitchen
Third
downfield.
from the 34.
That was that 50-50 ball. Give Kitchen a chance. He's going to
That's
come
the
away
one.
with it more times than not, but that time Banks was up to the task.
Banks and Kitchen been having that defeat all night, those two guys.
Right here, too far to attempt a field goal. They'll need some positive yards. Third down and 14. 15 seconds on the clock. Patterson still has a timeout. 4-man rush, stands tall, throws it across the middle, high and incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag.
No call.
Davis
To bring up
pass
4th
intended for
down.
Davis is incomplete.
Patterson sideline looking for the call,
It's
won't
4th
get
and
it.
15 for the Jacks. For now,
And now the
34.
Jacks will have to complete something for a first down, but more importantly, just 10 seconds on the clock.
That's the difference right here. Davis has to get rid of that ball rather quick.
When he needed somebody the most, it's been Kitchen or it's been Jennings. Here's the ball game, 4th down. 4-man rush. He'll take a shot deep. He's going for it all down the sideline. Contact. Francois leans back. Did he make the catch?
See, hit the ground.
He'll call it incomplete. And Chalmette will walk away with the victory.
It is. David lofted up, looking for Brooks. Thought they had some contact at the end.
A little bit of hand
fight at the end.
Nothing much.
But Brooks not able to come up with the actual reception. Didn't come up with hit the ground.
2.8 seconds on the clock, and as a fan of football, can't ask for one more than a game that comes down to the final play.
What a game. You know, backwards and forward. Chalmette stayed true to what they called to do, and the Jacks did it as well.
Well, you know, 36-34 is a high-scoring game for Chalmette.
Yes,
they found themselves in a shootout. Actually, it didn't play out that way.
Right.
Took advantage of a couple special team miscues. That gave them 14.
It's a difference in the game.
You know, Williams made a difference with his speed.
Right.
A couple big plays. And Angeletti, all the quarterback had to do was just control the offense. 4 passes all game and everything on the ground.
Those 3 different plays that you just stated, Lou, was a big difference.
They'll set up in the victory formation. And the Patterson coaching staff's going to look at this game and look at the plays that got away from them. So the game clock goes to 0. And with that being said, Chalmette Owls come to Patterson and walk away with a 36-34 victory. We'll be back with the ATVCI.net postgame show after a word from our sponsors.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive. Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Taco Bell, now with delivery through DoorDash. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants. Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry for 75 years. Offering competitive wages, benefits, and a safe work environment, Conrad is now hiring. Join the best, Conrad Shipyard. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Shabios, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary Parish and the surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
Welcome back to the ATVCI.net postgame show. Boogers have you alongside Clarence Robinson, and what an entertaining football game. Chalmette comes to Patterson, walks away with a 36-34 victory.
Tell you what, the difference is those 2 punts by the Patterson Lumberjacks, and then that big run by Williams at the end of the second quarter kind of made that shift, a difference in the game.
We look at the breakdown of the final game stats.
I tell you what, Chalmette 11 first downs, Patterson 24 did what they had to do passing, 497 yards passing, Chalmette 21, but the difference on that, 248 yards rushing, Patterson negative 18. Tell you what, 7 points on turnovers, difference in the game, 16 for 111 yards for penalties, Chalmette, but Chalmette come up with the victory.
Yeah, we looked at Chalmette, one-dimensional, being all on the ground. Patterson was one-dimensional, could only throw the football.
Correct, and that's what the difference is, and you know, later on in the season, you got to be able to run the football.
Aaron Ortego, as a paid to enter the game, you got your money's worth tonight.
Absolutely, this was an outstanding high school football game. And I tell you what, the Lumberjacks are taking this loss hard. Some of the players were visibly upset on the outcome of the game, but it just shows you how much, I mean, they acted almost like seniors, you know, losing their final game of the season, just got knocked out of the playoffs. So they came out and worked hard. This was an outstanding football game, and this was 2 outstanding football teams, both teams well coached, both teams played hard all the way to the end of the game. Great effort both sides.
Jackson looked back at the film, see all the key mistakes that were made that prevented them from winning this ball game. So it'll be a great learning experience. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance Player of the Game is the senior signal caller Davis, over 400 yards, multiple touchdowns on the ground and in the air. And like we said, with just negative 18 yards rushing, the whole offense was on the quarterback's back.
And he took it on his back and did an outstanding job with that. Give it to Kenshin Jennings, and all these guys made some big plays as well.
Next week, Morgan City taking on Assumption. We're looking forward to head to Napoleonville. Tigers got their first win of the season, trying to add a new one. But this is the first game in district. They'll have their hands full with the Mustangs.
Looking forward to that game as well, Boo.
So that'll do it here from the Sugar Dome. I'm Booker Zephyr alongside Clarence Robinson. Aaron ought to go down on the field. Bill McCarty, all the guys on the camera, the girls in the truck. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for the Thanks for joining us for Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive, Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Taco Bell, now with delivery through DoorDash. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants. Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry for 75 years. Offering competitive wages, benefits, and a safe work environment, Conrad is now hiring. Join the best, Conrad Shipyard. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Shabios, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary Parish and the surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.